So we could potentially get Teofimo versus Manny Pacquiao.
I don't know if Pacquiao wants to fight a guy at that level at this age. And look at the Mario Barrios fight. Literally, he took that fight because he was like, oh, I could beat that guy. And damn well, he almost did. And probably a lot of people did think he did. Teofimo's not that guy. He's not watching Teofimo Lopez and goes, I could beat that guy. No way.
Besides money, like what does it indicate too? Is it at 140? Because I believe a Pacquiao should only be fighting now to like break history. He should be trying to get that welterweight title. So if it's either Barrios or Rolly, that makes sense. So we could potentially.
And you see what it is, ladies and germs. Dwayne, what it do? Michael, what it do? See what it is, what the conversation has become. From Shakur Stevenson next year to Manny Pacquiao. Ask yourselves a question, gentlemen. Why would Teofimo Lopez, who has an opportunity to make a big Saudi bag, fighting Shakur? Because you know Turkey gonna pay him. You know Turkey gonna pay him well. He's certainly gonna pay him better than Top Rank was paying him. Dwayne, I'm gonna ask you a question. Me and you go way back. You know, we was in the Marines together, me and Dwayne. Fucking killed everything, man. Fucking Dwayne. Why would Teofimo want to fight Manny instead of Shakur? Why? What would be the point? Yeah, let me dip out. Yeah, that's on ice. That's on hold. I don't want to do that. I'd rather do this. Why would he want to do that? And it's very fucking obvious. Legacy, Dwayne? Bro, there's no legacy in beating a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao. What's the legacy? If somebody beats Manny now at this age, nobody's going to give them credit. My dude, you serious, Dwayne? You believe that shit? Nobody's going to give Lopez credit for beating almost 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Sorry, no. How much credit did they give Jeff Horn when he did it? No, it doesn't look good. Like, what are you talking about, fam? Damn, Dwayne, I thought you was smarter than that. Who is gonna give him credit for beating a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao that just drew with Mario Barrios? Bro, I don't know, Dwayne. You on a different planet than me. I guess I'm gonna have to pass that one around to the panel in the chat. Chat. If Teofimo, y'all tell me, maybe I'm bugging, maybe I'm in the minority. If Teofimo beat Manny, would you give him credit? Let me know. I don't know. Like me, it seems pretty cut and dry. No, the version of Manny that you fighting is tantamount to the version of Mike Tyson that Kevin McBride fought. That what was it? Danny Green fought. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm in the minority. The 14 people, 16 people that's in the chat right now, y'all tell me. If Lopez fought Manny and won, would y'all give him credit for that? Because to me, it seems pretty cut and dry that, nah, not really. I mean, that was my immediate reaction to that. Why would you want to fight a man almost 50 years old and for no belt when you have a fight on the table with one of your contemporaries? Y'all tell me. It's 20 people in the building. Y'all tell me. I thought maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm off base. I don't know. Near as I could tell, that's confirmation of what I already thought. Brody, you don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. You never wanted to fight that dude. And the only reason that conversation even got entertained is because you ran out of options. Meanwhile, Lopez has the nerve to say Bud fights washed up fighters, yet he trying to fight a fifth. I mean, that's what I thought, John. That's what I thought. I'm thinking like this coming from the dude that was just criticizing Bud for the version of Errol that he fought. Unified champion, unbeaten. You criticized Bud for that so you could fight a damn near 50-year-old Pacquiao coming off a draw with Barrios. I don't know. Like I said, chat, y'all tell me, John. You know what I mean? We of a similar mindset. Y'all tell me if I'm bugging. If he dips out on a Stevenson fight in Saudi so he could fight a 50-year-old Pacquiao, y'all tell me in the chat. Is y'all okay with that? Y'all cool with that? I don't know. Maybe y'all cool with that. I don't know. That seemed like a pretty brazen duck to me. Like, yeah, I mean, that's a duck, homie. That's a duck. You don't want to fight another unbeaten young fighter like yourself. You want to fight a damn near 50-year-old man. It seemed like a duck to me. I don't know. T.O. gets no props for beating a 50-year-old Pacquiao. That's how I felt, dog. That's how I felt. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. You know? And this is why I don't do the thing where you try to be all buddy-buddy with the boxers and all that bullshit. Because if you leave it up to them, they will serve you up bullshit over and over again. If you leave it up to them, they will serve you up bullshit. Ask the promoter and ask the network for huge money so they could serve me and you up bullshit. Who the fuck is asking you to fight a 50-year-old Pacquiao? Dwayne, you don't got to do nothing. You don't even got to be in the chat, bro. Don't get mad. He getting mad at me. You don't got to watch this shit. I guess, Danny, that got to be the strategy. Like, I guess he got to learn the hard way. Fuck it. Knock his whole ass out. Fuck it. He not gonna be happy till he get Marquez again, right? Fuck it. Knock his whole ass out. You know what I'm saying? You want to be fighting young motherfuckers when you damn near 50? Fuck it. Put them through the dirt. You know what I mean? I kind of thought it was obvious that, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was more of a consensus that, why would I want to see Lopez versus Pacquiao for what? What is that fight even for? What is that fight for? It's not going to be for a belt because I don't think Manny's going to come down to 40. So Lopez would probably have to go up to 147. Man, he don't got no belt at 147. What's that fight even for? I don't know, B. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe it's not the way that I thought it was. Maybe boxing wants Pacquiao versus Lopez. You could have fooled me since nobody bought Pacquiao versus Barrios, but hey. You know what I'm saying? T.O. need to go somewhere and drop his belt. Dolomite, you tell me, Dolo. You tell me. What would you rather see? Lopez versus Stevenson or Lopez versus Pacquiao? You tell me. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what boxing wants right now. Maybe they want Pacquiao versus Lopez. I don't know. I could be wrong. Y'all got to tell me. You know what I'm saying? For the Life Alert belt. This shit is crazy. And that's why, I mean, like I really think T.O. is just scared of black fighters, high key. I really do think that, though. I think he just scared of black fighters because, like, he just wouldn't know how to handle that, you know? I really do think that. You know, Dwayne, you don't got to do all that. If you want to see Pacquiao versus Lopez, well, that makes one of us. You know? Yeah, I guess he did knock out Comey, but Comey is hardly a slick fighter, right? Like, is Comey a slick fighter? Is he a slick fighter? Well, fuck it. He fought Comey in 2019, so I guess he don't need to fight Stevenson in 2025. Right? Because he fought Comey. What it do, Ronnie? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, I take that question to the chat. I'll ask Ronnie. Ronnie, what you rather see next year? Lopez versus Pacquiao or Lopez versus Stevenson? You tell me. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging, Ronnie. Lopez getting the beats by Stevenson. This is why I don't like Manny coming back, because it gives all the weasels away. Exactly, bro. I'm saying, Brim. He told me. I said, and I stand on that. Yeah, I think Teofimo's scared of black fighters. I absolutely think that. You turned down 11 mil for Devin, and that's all for Devin getting an ass whooping. You turned down 11 mil. That's Devin after Ryan put the pause on him. You turned down 11 mil. All right. Then they offer you Stevenson. I don't know what they offered you for Stevenson, right? I don't know. But you don't want to do that either. Okay. Do you think American boxing will ever heal? Not with fighters like Teofimo around. Nah, not with fighters like that around. I'm saying. This is why I don't do all that. I ain't trying to be all buddy and all that bullshit. Like, nah. If you let them, they will serve you up hot bullshit as much as possible. If you let them, they will serve you up straight dookie. Brim, what you think about that shit?
Man, me and you on the same page. I need Pacquiao to get knocked out because I'm tired of hearing about these fighters trying to fight him to escape actually their contemporaries in competition. But I'm actually thinking it's going to be Tio versus Keyshawn, though. Something's telling me that's what's going to be the fight to happen.
You think that?
I got a feeling. I just got a weird feeling that it might be the case. I think Shakur going to be on the outside.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that shit. Like, I think Keyshawn stops him. I'll go on record right now. I think Keyshawn stops him. I absolutely think Keyshawn stops him. Oh, yes. T.O.'s not that good, dog. I don't give a shit. I don't care how many times I got it. He's not that good, dog. I'm sorry. You could call me a hater. He's not that good, Brim. And you're not going to sell me.
He is good.
No, he's not.
Yes,
he's not, bro. No, he's not.
Hold on. Maybe can I try to explain to you why?
No, you can't, because
okay, never mind.
Shit just happened the right way for him. Look, here's the real shit. A motherfucker that's really nice don't move like that, and that has never been the case. A motherfucker that's really nice, you never gonna hear Usyk doing shit like that. You never gonna hear Bud.
Bro, Riddick Bowe was nice, and he swerved Lennox Lewis.
Bro, Riddick, what I already said. I think Riddick Bowe is one of the most overrated heavyweights in the history of heavyweights, bro.
Oh shit!
I've been said that. Said that. Nah, aside from 2 wins over a cruiserweight, what did he do? Aside from the 2 wins over Evander in the trilogy, what did
Galata
he do?
Destroyed his career getting beat up by Galata.
Bro, he destroyed his own career eating too fucking much. I remember I was watching a documentary with, I think it was Rock fucking Newman, and they was talking about how he ain't had no discipline, Riddick Bowe. He ain't had no discipline. And when you look at his resume, you could go look at it right now. Aside from the 2 Holyfield fights, what'd he do? A lot. So I ain't hearing that shit.
It's something left to be desired. He definitely left a lot on the plate.
Saying you came up in an era of heavyweights that it was killers all over the place, like it was, and all you really did was you won the trilogy with a cruiserweight. That's it. That's what Riddick Bowe. What's the most memorable Riddick Bowe fights? It's the one where he kept getting hit in the nuts, and the fights with Holyfield. That's it. That's it.
Unfortunately, I can't say you're wrong.
I know.
Can't say you're wrong.
I'm saying. So yeah, man. Teofimo Lopez versus Pacquiao. I guess that's the move.
That's nasty work. Well, that's gonna go double wood anyway.
Ain't nobody gonna buy that shit.
No, I mean, listen, they got to put an immaculate card together to even have a chance.
I mean, like, I wouldn't even want to buy that shit. Just even for the flip, I'm like, yo, I'm tired of this dude, bro. If you don't want to box anymore, just don't box. Or better
Speaking of
yet, you
fire,
know what? Let me say this. If he dropped the BO, then I don't care. Yeah, just if you drop the BO, I'm all good, bro. Just drop the belt, let the real guys fight for it, and you could chill with Aiden Ross, you could chill with all the streamers, with Fauzi and all them. Go do your thing, bro. You know, as long as you drop that belt, we straight.
speaking of paying for pay-per-views, what you doing this weekend? You paying for that pay-per-view?
Yeah, I'm buying it.
But let me ask you this question: if you wasn't the content creator and make that money back, would you buy that card?
No, I would not. I would not. Like,
Okay.
even there's fights, you know, because it's always been that way for me, that sometimes there are fights that are so good you don't want to deal with a laggy stream, right? You don't want to deal with that bullshit. So you do what you buy the pay-per-view. There've always been those fights for me. But that is a fight that if I wasn't as honorable as I am, yeah, I'd have been on crack streams watching that motherfucker in the middle of the afternoon. You bugging $60 in the middle of the afternoon for Parker and Wardley? I like Wardley and Parker, dog, but
Yeah, but for that amount of money, I mean, the thing is, that's why I'm tight with Frank Warren, because you know what you're doing out here, bro. You know what you're doing.
That's wild. You gotta understand. Matchroom gave us some shits, some big AJ fights. They didn't cost nothing extra. Remember in the early days of the zone, we got AJ Pavek and we got fucking AJ Parker. We got all these fucking big AJ fights that didn't cost nothing. So that in 2025, I gotta pay $60 for Parker and Wardley.
Yep, that's what Frankie's doing, because that's Frankie, baby.
Wow,
that is Frankie time.
Done. The question of the night. No. You hold on.
Okay,
question of the night.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Hey, I'm talking here.
Get the fuck
out
of here.
Done. As an Italian, what do you prefer to watch? Lopez versus Pacquiao or Lopez versus Stevenson?
Oh, Lopez versus fuck. You know why? Because I can't do the Stevenson. It's gonna be another De Los Santos kind of. They're both guilty of it. God, what are you gonna watch? Both guys circle around. I don't want to throw anything.
I mean, I you know what this shit is?
They're gonna throw a combined total of 14 punches.
Yeah, but Manny's fight wasn't fun either.
No, that was
it was not a good, like, that was not a real fight. You know it wasn't a real fight. I said it wasn't a real fight.
People keep arguing this, and I go, do you know what's happening in the PBC? They don't have anybody. They're going to stretch this guy out as much as they can. They're going to I called it. They're going to make him fight Rolly or one of these fucking idiots next. Because think about that. How comfortable are you with young fighters that are in their prime and they're literally being offered life-altering money? You know, Teofimo's being offered a big Saudi bag to box Shakur, and what you rather do is fight a 47-year-old man. We can look at it this way. We can go with the GoFundMe for Manny and versus Teofimo. I mean, it's a GoFundMe, basically, is what it is.
It is. It's charity work, bro.
And if Teofimo gets a lot of money, doesn't take a lot of damage, and just kind of throws the fight, then whatever.
Hi. What's up, guys?
I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It really, you know what? It doesn't matter because I don't want to see another fucking De Los Santos type of fight.
Dude, I get that. I get that.
I'm not paying for that
but
shit.
It's more, to me, it's more annoying. And this is why I didn't want Manny to come back, because they're all gonna do this, dog. They're not gonna want to fight each other. They're gonna say the bullshit. And you know what's worse, Don? Nobody actually wants to see Manny. How do I know? Nobody bought that fucking. Nobody bought that shit. Nobody bought that shit.
Yo, I just got done watching the 3 knockdown rule with they had Eric Gomez, make
Yeah.
Bro, he was talking about Mario asked him like, hey, so what's next for Ryan? And he was like, "Whoa, he just got off of surgery." They talked about the contract,
What surgery?
his hand surgery.
For his
Oh,
vulva.
I thought it was his cunt surgery.
Nah.
It was for his vulva.
Yeah. And then he was just like, "Well," he's like, "We're looking at Barrios." And then he said, "Also, Manny's people reached out to us." So yeah, exactly. Yep.
Just
Like,
just the absurdities of these fucking
Like-
people, dude.
like, bro,
I mean,
like,
it's-
come on, fucking Manny, leave us the fuck alone, bro.
Y
Shit.
por eso es que el boxeo en América ya no sirve, manín. No sirve. Like,
Okay,
no,
well,
it doesn't.
Okay, I
Yo,
got a
it was
question here.
wait, Don, let me remind you of something. It was maybe 5 or 6 years ago. This was 5 or 6 years ago.
Yep.
Lomachenko was asked about man. He said, "No, he's old. Why would I want to fight an old man?" That was 6 years ago, Don. So why is it that a foreign fighter respects himself enough and his discipline? It really is a respect thing, though, isn't it? Yo, dog, I'm in my
Well-
prime. What the fuck I look like Trump? Yo, dog, he was older when he said that than Lopez is now.
Isn't
And
this,
this
isn't this in part of the problem with the PBC here? Like, how much of this is Manny, and how much of this is
No, it's Manny.
Ooh.
It's Manny, bro. No,
It's
it's
Manny.
Manny, bro, because they're saying that he might go to Top Rank for this.
Oh shit!
That's
dude.
the fucking rumor, bro. That he might go to initially the rumor was Lomachenko, and then Lopez fucked up and he posted a thing. Oh, would you like to see me fight Pacquiao? So now, and I just seen Chris Algieri and fucking Dan Canobio talking about it, and I'm like, see, this is why American boxing is in the toilet. But this is why y'all don't want to fight. Y'all want all the money. Y'all want all the fucking money, but y'all don't really want to fight.
You know, at this point, we could look at Teofimo's career as just we don't have to talk. It's not up for debate anymore. It's a lost cause career. It's not going anywhere. He's not even a PBC fighter. That's the
Bro, he's Vanilla Ice, bro. I'm gonna be real. That to me, he's Vanilla Ice.
And you know what's sad? Manny beat Oscar 2008, I think it was. He retired him. Bro, you're looking at 17 years later. Now you got a fighter that honestly, they're gonna make the fight, bro. I mean, who else? It's Ryan Garcia, bro.
Ryan only has a Rolly rematch, which is also possible. Remember, Rolly's not gonna fight Giasov. He's not gonna fight that fucking Uzbek.
That's true.
He could do the Rolly rematch or the Pacquiao fight. But this is the shit. Tú no ves que they're gonna turn around 80 tabla to see this. A ver este pendejo boxing a fucking old man. Like, no, bro. Like, what's the matter with y'all?
Hey, I got a question real quick. Who represents Giasov?
At this point, bro, I don't know. I think.
No,
Wait a minute.
why would
Matchroom,
WBA actually not
Matchroom.
stop being crooks for a half a second? In this situation.
No. I would say it was retaliation because TGB endorsed the Muhammad Ali Revival Act, and he's for it.
Yes,
it's retaliation that you fuck with them now, Tom, you fuck with them. I got something for your ass. I got something for you right now.
Bam.
And then they ordered that fight.
It pretty much fucked all of PBC's plans.
Yeah,
you don't know if Manny's gonna be there.
Well, with the belt, what the fuck is the point in fighting Rolly? Without the belt, what is the point? That was the whole point. Manny wants to lag it, and
he wants to win a title versus a bum at a super late age.
And that's the shit that don't hit me with the fucking legacy fucking bullshit, all right? Like, please, I'm not fucking stupid, all right? You came back because you know these guys suck. That's why you came back. If it was Crawford still at 47, you don't come back, okay?
Matter of fact, if it was just Boots and Norman, he wouldn't come back.
Shut your ass up. If it was Boots and Norman, he wouldn't come back. I had to say it first. I had to steal it from you. I stole it.
You fucking asshole.
I said it. I fucking said it.
Yeah,
they don't want boxing, and this is why I don't support this shit. Esa gente, they don't want boxing to be a sport. They don't. Don't tell me. Fabio, and that's why I fuck with them Brits. Like, I fuck with them. Fabio, or for the fight you just had, you didn't have to fight Joseph Parker. You chose to do that because you're a fucking man, bro. Right? Respect. Win or lose on Saturday. Respect. Because you didn't have to do that. You see what I mean? But you come over to America, you have young men in their physical prime lining up to fight a fucking 50-year-old, bro. That's ridiculous.
It's fucking disgusting. Like Brian, you've never been a champion in your life, bro. You got a chance to be a champion. Nah, I'm gonna go fight. They're probably gonna go. They're probably gonna go the Manny route, bro. It'll be Brian versus Manny, and Tail versus Rolly, and
Yeah, because
Shakur's gonna be
Tail, the shit is that Tail, he's not popular with anyone. Like the internet doesn't count. Like, yeah, I'm of the opinion, yeah, the internet doesn't count. People probably tweet about you, and content creators like me make videos about you. But when push comes to shove, you're not popular in the streets. They don't pay to see you, bro. They don't. Yo, dog, you was on Ryan's undercard. Remember in New York? You was on Ryan's undercard, bro. Not popping, you not popular, bro. They decided that Rolly and Ryan is more main event worthy than you, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know, bro. Boxing in America is ass, and I think I saw an interview. I saw an interview with Worley, and that he was upset because they said if he loses, that he's thinking about retirement. He's like, no, I'm gonna keep fighting, like, which is good. We need, bro. Like, I wish we had fighters like that. Like,
que yo no so, es que lo que yo voy a decir es, ellos no son hombres en América. These are like, and there's no other way to put it that, like, yo, Dave Allen could have retired off of the mock. He could have retired actually a long time ago. Dave Allen, he could have. Nah, I'm a man. I ain't doing that. Wardley saying, like, no, this is what I do. I ain't doing that. Fucking Derek could have retired years ago, bro.
We got a couple fighters like that, but the problem is they lower weight class. Look at Nonito.
No, but I'm talking about America.
No. Nonito's from the Philippines, bro.
Yeah, that's true, but we didn't claim
that.
Though.
I'm talking about the mentality of the homegrown American fighter from the United States. There is a noticeable difference in the way that their mind works and the kind of fights that they want to have versus the rest of the world, bro. Versus the rest of the world. You got guys, they're not even as popular as Inoue, right? Inoue doesn't have to fight 4 times a year. He chooses to do that. He's a fucking man. I'm a fucking fighter. I'm gonna fucking fight. Usyk is 30-something. Yo, Usyk is damn near 40. Nah, I want to fight till I'm 41. Nah, I want 5 more fights. Right? And you can't get these fucking young bums to do nothing, bro. To do nothing.
It's fucking embarrassing, bro.
And the sad part about it, even the fighters just trying to do that, they got certain deficiencies where it takes away from that. Because, like, look at Devin Haney. He's trying to fight, like he's moving like a fighter should, but he got other deficiencies to take away from that.
I need Brian to win. I need Brian to win that.
Bro, I'm at. I was being real cool for a while, but I'm at this point now. I need him to spark him the fuck out because I'm sick and tired of the Haney fans.
Can I be honest with y'all, man? I am this channel's official Devin Haney hater, bro. I don't like that motherfucker. I don't like the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he dresses. Bro,
I'm just not with the hipster shit no more. I'm not with that shit no more. Where I'm gonna pretend that I watch a boxing match. Like, yeah, I can appreciate technique and things. Like, yeah, of course, bro. Of course, I can appreciate that. But real is real. I'm not watching for feints and footwork, bro. I watch for the brutality. I'm not gonna apologize for that. I spend my money to see motherfuckers get beat up and knocked out. That's why I'm here. I think a lot of people are like that, right? Absolutely. So we don't need more. We don't need no more Devin Haney's, bro. No, bro. No.
Like I was saying, like, I don't like him, but I thought about it today, bro. Man, that motherfucker has a shot. If we're being real, 100%. If I'm putting my money, I don't know who. Let's be honest.
I disagree with you.
I hope he sleeps.
I would say no. Listen. I see where you're coming from, undefeated, because if he wants to make this a shit show, if he wants to make this a shit show, he will. Oh yeah. He'll get on his bike and he won't get off. You know, he won't get off. That's why I need Brian Gore-Tex. Yo, man, I'm gonna go out to the field. I'm gonna get fucking naked. I'm gonna pray to the spirit gods, Native American spirit. guards and shit for a Brian Norman victory. Like, yeah, Brian, you got to do it for us, bro. You got to do it for the kids in the streets that never ate a bologna sandwich, that they never had enough mayonnaise to put in a sandwich. All the kids in the streets, bro. You got to do it for us, bro. Come on, Brian.
Please, Brian.
I'm clipping that. I'm gonna let you know in advance. I'm clipping that.
Yo, show it to him, bro.
I'm dead ass. I'm clipping that. I'm dead ass gonna clip that.
You tell Brian that Ring IQ is a pro Brian Gore-Tex channel, bro.
I'll tell him Friday. Man. I'm gonna show him Friday. He's gonna probably laugh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for the streets, bro. Come on. Man. We gotta get these guys. That's why I like Abdullah. I like Abdullah. I like that kid.
He's just trying to fight.
Cause he just trying to fight and he don't be acting like you see it on him. Like Tim Bradley said it too, that look, I gave him a piece of advice and he didn't get bent out of shape over it like other fighters would have. He took the advice. He said, thank you for the criticism. I'm gonna work on that. You know what I'm saying? Next fight, he worked on it. You see, and that's what we need, dog. Like, we need fighters that want to fight, that are fighters. They're not aspiring rappers. They're not fucking real estate agents. They not car dealership. Like, shit,
Broner, Danny Garcia. You just named the other fighters when you said that. Real estate agents.
Danny Garcia's both.
These boxers want to do. You got a whole assembly line of boxers that really don't want to box. And if we ask them to box, they get mad at us. The fucking box. You can't ask Gervonta Davis. I don't know. I'm not even gonna bring him up. I don't got time for him. I don't got time for that. All right. I don't want to talk about Gervonta Davis. Right. It's like, yo, dog, you literally have an entire crop, an entire assembly line of boxers that literally don't want to box. They're like, no, if you walk away from Shakur for Manny, what's it for, bro? What, for the legacy? You fighting a 47-year-old man for the legacy? Yeah. The legacy of what, bro?
That's I can see it, bro. Oscar, he's like, yeah, let's fight Manny. He's gonna sell it to legendary 8th division. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
And that shit, y te lo estoy diciendo que esa vaina, eso no hace dinero. Like, ya la gente tan harta. Like, you don't understand. The market is talking to you. It's literally telling you, enough of the bullshit fights. Enough.
One of us in the panel is gonna have to make a sacrifice and go smash Jinky and record it. I think it should be Brim.
I think it should be Leo, personally.
I think
he has what Jinky needs. Herb could do it. Herb could do it.
I was gonna do it for the team.
No, because Herb is closer. Herb is close. Like, he's over there, so he could get to her. He can get to her. He'll find her.
Herb is a soldier, man.
And that's why I wasn't, the moment that I heard that Manny's coming back, I was like, here we fucking go, bro. This fucking old man. Like, yo, dog, go play badminton, bro. Go fucking Manny. You like
go play basketball. He got hoop skills.
He fucking love basketball. Go fucking ball, bro. What you doing, bro? Get out of here. And like clockwork, what I said, all these young motherfuckers, because Manny's in there, all these young motherfuckers gonna line up to fight an old ass man because they don't got no shame. Remember I said this was 6 years ago, maybe more, because I think it was 2018. Loma said, no, why would I want to fight Manny now? He's old. That was years ago he said that. You got motherfuckers younger than him. Yeah, because he's an 8-weight world champion. Yeah, get out of here, man. You just want to fight an old man, you fucking coward. You just want to fight an old man.
Okay, you know what I see now? I see Ryan versus Pacquiao, Tail versus Rolly, and Shakur versus Loma. Maybe. In the universe.
Loma's not coming back. Like, I don't look, and the shit is that, it's a style thing with Shakur. It's not hating on that kid. It's just, your style is just not my cup of tea. It's a style thing. That the only appeal of the Lopez fight to me is I really do want to see T.O. get humiliated. I need that in my life. Like, I need that like I need caffeine. But yeah, I want somebody to humiliate. He's a coward, bro. Like, yeah, I thought you was in 2019. Yeah, you definitely not that, bro. You are ridiculous, bro. Like, you ridiculous, bro. You scared. You just scared. I don't gotta get elaborate. I don't gotta do a whole thing. You're just fucking scared, bro. You can't say it's money when they're offering you Saudi money. You can't. It's not money. You're not gonna. And the other thing is real. I don't think you make more fighting Pacquiao in America than you would make boxing Shakur. And you can't convince me of otherwise. No, the money in Saudi is guaranteed. It's not contingent upon what it sells. No, it's they giving you here. This is you. Here, you got it, right? And you rather fight an old man because you're a fucking coward. It's not more to it than that. You're just a fucking coward. You know Shakur will embarrass you.
Is American
Yeah, bro.
boxing gonna get so bad that Dana gonna have to take it over?
I mean, why you think I'll welcome him into the space? Look at what happens. I'm of the opinion, and people aren't going to like this, and I don't want to offend some of my boxer friends that I talk to behind the scenes. I don't want to offend them, and I don't mean this about y'all, but I believe the boxers have too much autonomy. I firmly believe, yeah, they have too much wiggle room, too much say-so, to the point they don't want to do the job. It's just the truth. They don't want to do the job. What are we really talking about? We're talking about entry-level employees. And you know how it is with entry-level employees. If you let them, they won't do the job. They won't. They'll take advantage. They'll fuck off. They won't do the job. And that's what we're seeing in boxing. That, yeah, y'all got too much. A lot of the fighters have too much wiggle room and too much say-so, and they waste the broadcaster's time, the broadcaster's money, the promoter's time, the promoter's money. They waste my time. They waste your time. Like, come on. Like, it's obvious, bro, that, yeah, I'm not with this crying them a river. Like, no, dog, you are here to entertain. And every opportunity you're given, what you show is you don't want this job. Period. You don't want this job. Now, there are people, there's real guys out there that's really about that shit. A lot of them is in Mexico. A lot of them is in Eastern Europe. Them Russians, them Ukrainians. A lot of them is in Britain. That they not pretending to be tough. That fighting shit, that's who they are. That's all they know. And that's what the fuck they want to do. Shout out to them. But that's not y'all, motherfuckers. No, it's not. No, it's not. Y'all cosplayed in a motherfucker out here, man. Cosplayed in a motherfucker out here. Shit is ridiculous. The common denominator with the American boxer now is you don't want to be a boxer. Apparently, you don't. You really don't. The glory in boxing. Look, when you're good at anything, whether it's fighting or making beats or art, on some level, there's a competitive nature that starts to come out. You want to know where you stack up with other people. That is missing in so many of these young American fighters. It's missing, yeah. T.O., you don't want to know that you're better than Shakur? You don't? You don't want to prove it? You don't want to beat him? No, because you don't think you can. That's what it is. You don't think you can. It's very obvious with Gervonta, bro. You don't think you could beat nobody. Otherwise, you would have fought him. There's not a lot more to it than that. You know what I mean? Fucking Ryan, like, bro, you're not even a real fighter, dog. Like, you're not a real you're not a real fighter, Ryan. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Listen, on another note, have you heard the latest Max Kellerman hot take about Usyk?
Did I?
We talked about that.
I just did a video on that bullshit.
Oh my god. I saw a clip like today about him and it wasn't a long clip. It was just Usyk. Who has Usyk fought? Who did he?
Oh my god.
The guys in this division.
This
It's
is
like-
like his Max Kellerman and his big ass.
Did we expect Max to come back and be so ass?
Yeah, like I
his-
can't believe I missed that guy, bro. Like, what the
it's
fuck's wrong with
fucked
him?
up. Like his emphatic tone that he tries to impose on everybody, his whole hot take on. Oh, I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro.
Sometimes I don't know, Don. Sometimes I don't know, Don, if it's hot takes for the sake of hot takes or what.
It is.
Because it's like, really, Usyk is overrated. He's overrated. Really?
He's
Y'all
only
were just
fought to
calling.
beat everybody.
Y'all were just calling Fury Ali for beating Wilder. Y'all was literally just doing that.
And he beat him twice.
I mean, you know where he is. You know where he lies on that. I don't know where he's getting these ideas, where he's getting these notions. I don't know if he has it in him. It's not on him. I think it is in him.
It's in his ass. It's in his ass.
Yeah,
Is where
that's what I'm saying.
I knew that was
Can,
coming.
can I say something about that?
Go ahead.
I understand Max Kellerman's point and principle that Usyk's heavyweight career hasn't been so meaty as these other all-time race heavyweights. I can understand that. My point is this. This is the thing I disagree. You are not going to be telling me that a Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, Derek Chisora, those kind of guys are so much worse than the opposition that they have in the 60s and the 50s, because that's what you're telling me. I have to believe that all those guys were miles and miles above Tyson Fury. No, there were names. Usyk beat those names. He went undefeated. He became undisputed twice. And all these other guys, there is a couple of defeated heavyweight champions. But what Max Kellerman is trying to tell me is trying to tell all of us that if you compare the legacy with Usyk with these other times heavyweights, they are miles and miles away from Usyk.
Let me champ this shit. Let me champ this shit, because it's not so much what he said, but the intention. The intention is given away by the timing of the criticism, right? The timing always tells you what's really underneath. This guy basically just became a 3-time undisputed champion. That was not that long ago either. That was just a couple of months ago. You know, the Daniel Dubois that, oh, Daniel's different, man. He's fucking bitches. He's doing drugs. They're throwing parties at his house. He knocked out AJ, right? That same Daniel that people can't deal with him all of a sudden, right? Usyk beat him worse. And what's the first thing you do? He aight. That's what's giving it away. Because I fucking promise you, Leo, on a stack of Bibles, if Fury would have won that fight, Max wouldn't be saying that. I promise. If Fury would have beat Usyk, oh no, he's fucking Ali, bro. No, he's fucking Ali and Ken Norton wrapped in a burrito. I promise you. But because it was Usyk, this is an ego thing. There's an ego thing going on. They wanted it to be Wilder. And then they wanted it to be Fury because he beat Wilder. The fixation is you were wrong. You were wrong about the heavyweight division. You were wrong. And it's the guy that came up from behind, the guy that, you know, we talk about that, no, Usyk is a bad motherfucker. He's a bad motherfucker. You don't like being wrong. That's all it is. You wanted it to be Fury. And you still want it to be Fury. Because if Fury would have won that Usyk fight, oh yeah, you wouldn't hesitate to call him an all-time great. Off a win over Wilder and an old Vladimir Klitschko. The rest is fluff. It's fluff. Sefer Safari, Francesco Pianetta, Tom Schwartz, Otto Verleen. Let me try not to fall out of this chair from how great that resume is.
Question, right? Question, and
fuck
this is
you,
like,
country.
he's playing with his pussy, bro. Cats. Why is it that Fury gets so much hype? Like, what is it? Am I missing something? Because you see Usyk, like, god damn, bro. And you see Fury, and it's like, okay, you bored us to death with the Klitschko fight. And after that, yes, you beat Wilder 2.5 times. But besides that, it's like, why does he get this pass? It's like, what's the difference between Usyk and Fury?
It's a Wilder shit.
It's a Wilder?
It is a Wilder.
It's American bias because he beat the American champ, so now we got to crown him.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it makes sense now.
Because they wanted to talk about Wilder the way they talk about Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and George Foreman, but they didn't have the opportunity because Fury beat him. So to compensate, they want to talk about Fury in the same regard. And then Usyk, a guy coming up from cruiserweight, beat him twice. So besides Max Kellerman sucking dick, because that's what he's doing. Dude, you are not gonna convince me that Usyk and Joshua and Chisora and Dubois, they cannot compare with those other wins that other heavyweight. Just because what? Because of nostalgia. I never agreed to that shit. That you have to look at Joe Frazier or Muhammad Ali just because the name by himself is like wow. No, if someone does something similar to those guys, yeah, you have to talk about it. You have to put them in the same conversation.
You know what I do love, and I rub my nipples because of it. When Usyk completely shut down the third Fury fight.
I don't get it. Like, why does Frank keep saying that? You know, I'll talk to Fury and he wants another shot at. Why? We're like, no, bro, go fight Joshua, man. Stop being a bitch.
It's a lot of money in that fight.
And it's a lot of money in both fights, honestly. We're being honest.
No, it's not. I mean, it's only a lot of money if Turkey paid him. But if we just did it normal style without a Turk, there's not a lot of money at Usyk and Fury third because we're already convinced.
Yeah, no, there's no reason to have a third fight with Fury and Usyk. They were both decisive wins, and the money fight, the big money fight, would be in the UK at Wembley with Joshua.
Absolutely,
that would be monumentally. You don't need. You know what the best part about that fight is? They don't need Turkey for that fight.
Sure don't.
They don't.
No, this is like a
Eddie Hearn and who's
Frank Warren.
Frank. Oh, dude, that would be massive, fucking massive. They don't need anybody for that.
It's still massive at this point right now.
It is. Yeah. I would watch it. I gotta see that fight still, dude. I still want to know. I want to know if Joshua lays him out. There's a good chance he will just fucking lay him the fuck out.
I wish both fighters are coming off losses, right? I wish they would at least got a tune-up, both of them. Like Fury fight somebody, Joshua, but it's kind of too late. Like, hey,
I think if that does happen, I think that might happen because I've heard AJ might be fighting in Africa. So.
Well, the Zone just they announced a card in Africa and Nigeria, and I'm like, bro,
that wasn't but that's Queensbury though.
But I'm like, damn, Joshua should have been there, bro.
Ain't he Nigerian? Queensbury though, dog.
Yeah, but ain't he Nigerian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
Fuck, come on, Eddie.
What fucking phone is that, man?
Then with that 1990s ringtone shit.
So, sounds like they bought it at Woolworth and shit.
Fucking Radio Shack.
Did you say Woolworth? Wow, you old as shit. You said Woolworth. I might as well just say nobody beats the Wiz. Shit.
Right? Motherfucking Alexander.
He beats the Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz. You know what I'm saying?
Woolworth. Fucking Miller's Outpost. Fuck yeah.
Radio Shack.
Did you say Woolworth?
Yes, he said Woolworth, man.
Who
remembers guard at Woolworth?
Who remembers Favor? Y'all remember Favor? Y'all not that old. Y'all remember?
I heard of it, but I don't think that was my region at the time.
You remember Favor on 145th? Herb?
Yeah.
On 145th and Broadway, next to the McDonald's, bro. Favor, where you could get the fake felines. They only really sold Everlasting.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Alexander's.
I remember Alexander's. I remember that. What was the other? Western Beef on Ford. Was that on Ford? Western Beef? Because you don't see them. You don't see them shits outside of New York. Western Beef. I ain't never seen one outside of New York.
Me neither. They here crazy, but not outside. I just went to that shit too.
You don't see Pathmark outside of. I don't know. Like
no, you get a little bit. You get a little bit. I mean, they had them in Connecticut, Jersey. I think some of the DC area.
Still East Coast, but you still East Coast in a motherfucker. Bro.
Yeah, Pathmark is East Coast. Y'all was upset when they closed the one at 125th, though.
They closed that shit.
They closed that years ago, bro. I used to work there when I got out of it being incarcerated. That's where I was working at first. I was working at the Pathmark on 125th.
When was it? Because you look familiar.
You mean that the one on Lennox?
Bro, I worked at Pathmark from 2005 and 2005 to 2007, and then I ended up going to the one in Queens.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. Me and you probably seen each other before. That's not
I
cap.
wouldn't.
Because
I wouldn't doubt it. I used to, bro. I
me
was
and you
in
seen
front.
each other before.
I wouldn't doubt it, bro. Because I was used to be on 125th all the time. I got a chance to
So
see
was
Mook
I.
Deluxe one round. Yes.
So
Of
was.
course you seen him. That's Mike Tomlin, bro.
Shut up.
Don't fuck on the
No,
sidelines.
I used to live on 140th in Riverside.
Nah. We seen it. Yo, nah, I know for sure. I seen you before, dog. No gay shit. Cause that I seen him. He looked familiar. He sound familiar and shit. I used to get my fucking haircuts. There was a barber shop. I can't remember. It was 142nd or 141st and Broadway, Dominican barber shop. I used to get my shits right there, bro.
No, bro, you fucking with me now, bro.
I used to get my shits right there, bro. I
You
used to get
fucking
the
with me
season.
now.
Because
You
I
fucking with me now.
was trying to get waves. I used to wear the do-rag, but I couldn't get them. Because
Why
my
you
hair's too it's too wavy. It's too dead. It lay too flat. I couldn't get them. I tried, bro. I put so much shit on I couldn't get them. So then I started getting fades and shit.
Damn, I'm starting to miss. I missed the old CD era, bro. When they was out there with all this, the DVDs and CDs
So
back
you
then.
used to go to El Mundo on 135th.
Yeah,
Mundo?
I've been there before too. Yeah.
Oh shit, bro. Fucking small world, bro.
It is a very small world.
A bunch of times and didn't even know it.
I moved to Brooklyn, I think in 2008 because I lived on Pickens and Pine when I was in Brooklyn. I used to live on Richmond? I used to live on Richmond in Brooklyn. Yeah, because I used to take the A train. I used to work right next to the World Trade. I used to work on Vesey Street.
Yo,
I was a paralegal, right next to the pizza spot.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo, throw something at him. Hit him now. Hit him now, Miss Jules. Hit him, Miss Jules.
Check it out. After they cleaned up.
I gotta tell you something right now. This guy has been stalking you for a very long time, so you've got to be careful. He's been stalking your ass. He's smelling your underwear at the fucking laundromat.
Listen. I went to Borough Manhattan. I went to Borough Manhattan Community College before the towers fell, right? Check it out.
Okay.
After the towers, no, I might have seen your ass. After the towers fell, I took a side job at Eckerd Pharmacy, right? They put all the fucking bodies, when they cleaned up the rubble and shit, they literally put the bodies in the fucking Eckerd Pharmacy. I worked over there for a couple of months on Vesey Street, bro.
What year was that?
That's all right. I think that was 2007 or 2008. It was one of them.
All right, I worked at Vesey Street from 2006, 2007 till 2011, 2012.
I fucking know who you are.
I used to work right on Vesey Street on the 11th floor, bro, on 20 Vesey Street.
And I worked in the build because it was a big building. The Eckerd was basically in the facade of this big skyscraper. It was a business building, lots of business people in it and shit. It was like a whole complex and shit. And Eckerd was at the bottom and shit. I fucking seen your ass, man. I fucking know who you are, man. I got a file on you, man.
But that New York is so big, I mean, that's when I really enjoyed New York because I didn't drive. I was trained up all the time.
So when I say this, Brim, you'll agree with me then that New York felt different before the towers and after the towers. It felt different.
Well, my experience in New York before the towers was purely visiting.
Okay.
I didn't live in New York till after the towers fell. I lived in Stamford when the towers fell. Stamford, Connecticut at the time.
Okay. I would say as a native New Yorker, born and raised in New York, yeah, that shit felt different after them towers fell. Something died. I don't know what it was, but something died. Something died or something changed.
A piece of the energy, the life force got drawn out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got to think about it. People jumping out of buildings, losing their life in that form and fashion, bro. That's going to take something out of the entire city. A piece of the energy is going to go from something like that, bro.
Yeah,
my man's auntie was one of the people that died in the towers. Rest in peace to her and everybody else that died. Yeah,
That day was scary, man. That was a scary day, man. You know what I mean?
I
Like
was getting ready. I was getting up, getting ready for work, and I look up, and I'm just looking at the news. I'm like, what? And I still end up going to work, but it was like, yo, it was surreal as hell, bro.
It
How old were
doesn't
you?
even.
How old were
Me.
you yeah.
How old was I? I think I was in college. I know that, and I think I was in my second year of college. So I had to be either 19 or 20, somewhere 19 or 20, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's
I
a
was
long time
21,
ago.
going on 22. No, actually, I was 22.
I was
About
10.
19 or 20.
Fuck, I
Damn,
was
you're
10,
younger.
bro.
Fuck, I always thought Undefeated was my age, bro. Shit.
Nah,
That dude is
bro,
wise,
nah.
man. Shout out to Undefeated, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking dude
Hey,
is wise, bro.
Where the claps
I
at?
hopped on this. I hopped on this whole Sunday. I was drunk, bro. I almost took home 2 threes, bro. Thank God my boy stopped me.
Nah,
What?
no, wait, 2 threes add up to a 6, Undefeated.
Yeah,
Relax.
I know.
They add up to a
I know, but
6. So
fuck, man. I was Steph Curry out there hitting them threes, bro. Shit.
Undefeated got snatched from the jaws of death by his
Yeah.
boy.
I remember.
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
wild, bro.
I remember my boy telling me to chill. I'm like, nah, I'm about to go take these hoes. And he was like, nah, bro, nah. And okay. I seen him the next day. I was like, bro, appreciate it. God damn.
Good looking, man. See, that's the thing, yo. If you if you don't have awareness and don't know what you're looking at when you drunk, you gotta be careful. That's the one thing about me. No matter how much I drink, if you ugly, I knew you was ugly, even if I was drunk.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. After a few, I didn't know, and I didn't care either. Like, yeah, I
See,
don't
that's the
fucking
difference. See,
sway.
I always knew. You think I'm a happy drunk that still stayed aware unless I just drunk too much till I passed out. But the thing is, I got so drunk on SoCo back in my senior year of high school that I threw up for it felt like I threw up for a whole day, and everything tastes like SoCo for a week. So at that point in my life, I said I can drink and get crunk, but I'm never throwing up again. I've never thrown up
I'm
since
gonna
then
say
because
that
I moderate my body.
the way that I used to get drunk, it's almost like the goal was to get sloshed. You know what I mean? Like that, like
Yeah, back in the days it was, yeah.
Whereas
'Cause when I
now,
was
as an adult, I come out, I have a limit. Like, no, 2, 3 Coronas tops. Like, I don't need more. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I
I
trying
ain't
to float
drinking.
away?
I'll be
Like,
drinking Cayman Jacks. I can't drink a 6-pack of Cayman Jacks and be cool though.
Yeah, we were it was my boy's bachelor party. And yeah, bro, I went early. I forgot to fucking eat breakfast. I raw dogged it and just blacked out. God damn. Good times, good times.
shit, bro. Good times though. Good
I don't
fucking
know about
times,
that
bro.
one, man. Yeah.
I'm saying 2
I do
3s.
miss the old school
Yo,
jungle
bro,
juice
2.
parties I used to have in Florida when I lived in Pensacola. Shout out to Roy Jones if I got a chance to meet him because I went
When
to
the
college in
fuck?
Pensacola.
Like, what? Who are you? Carmen San Diego? You fucking lived in New York. You lived in Brooklyn, Florida, Connecticut. What the fuck, bro?
I've been
Georgia. You go to
around, bro.
fucking
I've had
Picola.
a life. I've thanked the good Lord, but I've had a life.
Every time
You
someone says
have
Roy Jones, Pensacola, Picola.
Pensacola,
Picola.
Florida.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah,
I went
yo,
to
what a
Pensacola
small
Junior
fucking
College when it was
world,
a
bro.
junior college before it was a state college.
2007, man. I was 39, man.
Shit, bro.
Damn, you a
Motherfuckers,
geezer.
motherfuckers live, man. Motherfuckers live. But yeah,
Yeah,
man,
it's life.
just back to this boxing shit, man. Back to this boxing shit. You know, they posted a thing: Carlos Monzon, Gennady Golovkin, Marvin Hagler. I don't know that Gennady beats any of those guys, man.
He loses to both.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can't
Who
pick
were the
somebody
names?
else. Carlos Monzon, Marvin Hagler. Hagler we've talked about, but Monzon, what? Gennady beats Monzon?
No.
No.
Mazone's a little too powerful, bro. No.
You know what I'm saying? He'll beat
No,
you
and-
like he beat his wife.
Damn.
No, and Carlos was way more skilled than people remember of.
No?
I think Mazone beats Gennady and Hagler beats Mazone.
I guess the indictment against Gennady in the Monzon fight is you had a 54 who's not really a big 54, and this is what I use against him in the Hagler fight. You had a 54, not a big 54. Remember when Canelo fights Gennady the first time, the second time, he doesn't actually have a ton of experience as a middleweight. All he really did there was Cotto at super Cotto weight, Khan at super Cotto weight, and that was it. Like, yeah, that was and he went down and he fought Beefy, but that was at 54. So I'm like, Gennady, if you couldn't make it decisive and dominant with Canelo, I don't think you can turn around and do that with Hagler. No, and I don't think you can turn around and do that with Monzon. Not if you couldn't beat or knock out. Because I think he won the first fight, but it wasn't the way that I thought he would. I thought that he was going to knock him out. That's why I picked him.
You really did?
I thought he was going to knock Canelo out. I
thought he was going to beat Canelo on points. Just because
he was going to knock him out. I thought he was going to knock him out. And if you can't, to me, that's the indictment. That if you couldn't get Canelo then, well, you don't then turn around and beat Hagler, you know? And no. And I don't think, I don't know that you turn around and beat Monzon either. If you couldn't get that Canelo, I don't think you get them. I don't, you know? So that's where I'm at.
All right, on some boxing, I want to talk shit about Oscar for a second.
Go ahead.
Okay,
because Oscar be acting holier than thou, and he be talking so much shit about everybody else's matchmaking and what they doing, and and what you do as a matchmaker is the complete opposite as you as a fighter. You are such a pussy as a matchmaker, as a brand for Golden Boy at this point right now.
Honestly,
yeah, like Oscar is the last person that should be talking about matchmaking. However, in the interview with Eric right now that I watched, he did make a point. He said that they reached out to Boots, and they were trying to make the Boots and Virgil fight, but Boots said no, he was gonna stay at 47. Okay, cool. And then they reached out to Boots again, and that he said, I need a tune-up first. So it makes me like, okay, well, maybe Virgil does want to fight. Maybe they do want to make the fight.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, Boots was confused as hell, though, man. Boots, again, I'm not gonna really put it on Boots. I'm gonna put it on Eddie, and I don't want to get too deep into stuff because it's gonna turn into something we got coming at me.
No. Let me just be honest. You can't put this on Eddie because Boots has a history of that shit that predates Eddie. Crawford all fucking day Crawford. So when Crawford offers you this shit, because Showtime. The Showtime, bro.
That one video where Crawford's passing by and this motherfucker starts like a bird. Woo, woo, woo. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Call him.
Right? Crawford walked by him. I'm never going to forget the body language in that video. Crawford walked by him and he's like he had just got around some bitches or something.
He was hiding from somebody.
You know what I'm saying? Like why you look like that, bro? Don't you want them problems? You know what I'm saying?
He should have done it like Jacob did to Charlo. Like, oh yeah, I see you. Like he went right face to face to him.
Exactly. What I'll say about Boots and Virgil, though, while there is blame, I do believe. There is blame to be assigned on both sides. The reason I think that Team Ortiz may have wanted that fight when it was offered was Boots had no experience at junior middle at that time. He had none. That gives Virgil a leg up. Like, this is what goes into matchmaking, dog. Like, De La Hoya's not an ambitious matchmaker. So if they were serious about making a Boots fight a couple of fights ago, it's because they felt they had a leg up on that guy. I'm just telling you, I don't think that fight happens early next year. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not moving off of that. I still don't think that shit gonna happen. No. I don't think they're gonna do it. I think, like I said, Virgil's gonna have an injury after the Lubin fight, and they don't fight Boots after that. That's what I think.
You know what? I don't know if it's gonna be injured, but you know when I do think they fight? Late summer. I believe they end up both with a belt because Fendora let the belt go. He'll get elevated. Boots will win a belt, and then there'll be a unification late summer.
Who you liking that fight, bro? Who you liking that fight?
Boots. I think Boots is gonna beat him.
They just Boots and Virgil.
Mm-hmm.
I think Boots outclassed him, but I think they just took Boots. They just took Boots off the number one for WBC.
Yeah, because he got an interim.
WBA.
Yeah, because he got that interim with the BAs, bro. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Baru, like. It's gonna be Baru, bro. That's an easy fight to make, though. Like, that's an easy fight to make. You ain't gotta pay Baruba so much. It's an easy fight to make, you know.
Right.
But are they gonna try to do that fight at Philly again? Or are they gonna try to do something different, though, man? Because I think they need to change it up.
I mean, the shit is that if you can sell 10,000 in Philly, then I don't see why you shouldn't bring it there.
I don't think he sold 10,000 this last time, though. I think he only did like 7,000.
No. It was like 7 or 9 or something like that. I saw 7, I saw 9. I don't know which one it is, but somewhere in between there, right? But 7 or 9, right? But the shit is, well, where else are you gonna take a Boots versus Baru fight and it's a big fight that people come out to see. Where else you gonna
Germany.
take that shit?
Germany.
Yeah. Hey Jules, you know, hey, Jules, you were saying that Bakram won't make. He won't. Because I'm gonna correct you first. Ramadan is from February to March.
Okay.
They don't start in March, so but it still doesn't make a difference because Bakram's still not gonna be able to make no fights for this year. You know, so.
But you see the point that I made, right? That you really only got, if you don't fight this year, and it don't look like he's going to.
I don't think so.
That really only gives you January to do something quick, then observe Ramadan, then you come back. So it's like, yeah, if he don't, that shit not gonna happen, bro. Like, bro, Josh Kelly, there's no money in that fight, bro. There's nothing in it. There's no money. You know what I mean? So
what if they doing in Josh Kelly's backyard though?
Even with let's understand, you Vazerman, right? You Vazerman, Brim. Let me spend all this money so that Bakram could get most of it, because that's how it's gonna break down. Bakram is the defending champion. The bulk of the cash is gonna go to him. Let me pay this guy to beat the fucking noodles out of my guy. That's basically.
I think.
Let him beat the pasta sauce out of fucking Josh Kelly. Let me pay for this.
I think next for Boots is gonna be Charlo, because if I remember when Boots was gonna go up to 54, he said, "I want 2 tune-ups."
Yo, Charlo is enjoying life, bro.
I don't think so. I think he broke.
I think he is. I think he is too. But yo, all right. You know how it go when Eddie go up to these guys with an offer, right? The shit don't ever work out. Look at Brian Gore-Tex. Eddie gonna offer him market value, not Saudi value, market value. And you know what, Charlo? And then we're not gonna get shit.
The most I could see Charlo being generous, 800,000 to 1.1. That's it.
Yo, I'll tell you what. I'll tell your ass what. Charlo wants so much. Charlo would probably want 5 and 6 for that fight. For him, right? He's gonna want something in there, 5, 6. Then you got to count whatever Boots get. I don't know. I don't know. What, 2, 3, right? That's 8. That's 8 for the pot. That's not the promotion. That's not the undercard, right? That's not the cameras and shit and all of that to pay for the shit, the production team. That's just 8 on these 2 motherfuckers. I'm telling you, Boots versus Charlo ain't no pay-per-view, but it would have to be. If you got to spend that, yeah, it would have to be 8 on this. For Charlo that ain't fought in 2 years.
They could get away with that being a pay-per-view with a good overall card.
No, they can't. No, they can't. Brim, no, they can't, bro. Honestly, no, they cannot. You can't spend 8 on a fight. Nobody's gonna buy it, bro. Who's gonna buy it?
And okay, well, either if you think about it, you're Eddie and Boots. You can try to pay Charlo a couple million, or you can unify with a free agent in Baru. Like, come on, bro.
Common sense. You could pay Baru in wave grease and do-rags, bro.
No, they're going to give him about 300 or 400 grand at least.
No. In all seriousness, the number that I would put on a Baru fight if Matchroom were to try to make it, I think the starting offer would be a little over $1 million. Baru, if he has any representation, he can probably talk that up to either 1.5 or 2. If he has any representation, he can talk it up.
Which is not bad, because they are gonna do it in Philly. You get to fight at home, become unified. Like, come on, bro. After that, you're the main guy. It's not gonna be Xander. You're gonna be the A side to Xander. Virgil, I don't know what you're doing, bro. But you're starting to embarrass. You're starting to embarrass me, bro.
I don't know, because Virgil has a direct line to a guy that's very beatable, Sebastian, and that you're not using that direct line is why I'm tired of giving you grace. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
Speaking of Virgil,
go in there, fuck up Sebastian, get a belt. Should be easy enough. Like, this is common sense. Like, bro, come on, this dude got knocked out by Mendoza. What are you waiting for?
Yo, Steve asked Eric, bro. and Eric was like, they were talking about Virgil, and I think Mario asked him like, how did he make feel making weight? He's like, yeah, he's a big kid. He has to work hard, but he makes it okay. And then he said, well, Virgil grew up to 6 feet now. It's like, oh, come on, bro. That's gonna be the outing. Like, I can't make 54 no more. I gotta go.
You already see what's going. I'm fucking telling you, dog. He's gonna fucking go to middle. This is why I know he's not gonna fight Boots. Boots just got to 54. Virgil's been there for about a year and a half. Close to a year and a half. Yo, if you leave this division and you didn't even fucking sniff a belt, bro, just get the fuck. Okay, bro. All right.
I gotta give Ness props, bro. He buried a Virgil fanboy. He was like on their neck, bro. I was like, wow.
You gotta tag me to that shit. I gotta hear that shit.
I gotta remember because it was right before I came on. I think this was it was his first day back from vacation. So I get it. I think it was yesterday. So I'll
tag
clip
me to
it.
that shit. Yeah, clip it for me. I want to see that.
I'll clip
shit.
it. So I got 2 things to clip because I think this from here is 29 minutes and 28 seconds where you was talking about I got to do for Norman. Okay, yeah, I'll get to work. I'll clip it.
Man, Brian is doing it. Brian is doing it for the kids like us that we didn't have mayonnaise on our bologna. We didn't have that. We
I didn't
water.
want mayonnaise on my bologna either, though.
Nah, bro, listen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's just another division filled with Americans that don't want to fight. Wherever they go, they don't want to fight. It won't happen, That's why I like a division where there ain't no Americans in it, because then I know they're gonna fight.
Well, hold up, 160. Yanni back, Adamas, those ain't Americans.
He's fighting Lara.
That's true. That's true. I mean, but after how many years though? Good grief, we finally here.
Who are the champions at 60? Laura, Yanni Beck, Adames,
Carlos.
That's it.
That's it.
Carlos is unified?
No, Yanni Beck is unified, bro.
Oh shit.
Yanni Beck
he's the one with 2 of the belts.
2 belts, bro. Yanni Beck, big Yanni Beck out here. He got 2
That's
belts.
why I'm thinking Bud might fight Yanni Beck if it ain't for undisputed. He might fight him for the 3 belts, bro.
Yeah,
that's why I like super middleweight. Kevin Lele Sajo, France. Christian Mabili, Canada. Lester the Molester, Guatemala. You see how shit is rocking? Bektamir Melenkuziev, Uzbekistan. You see that shit is rocking?
Hold up. We ain't done. Hold up. Berlanga, New York. I'm just joking.
Yo.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Bud, go get Adames, bro, and then undisputed next year. Like, come on, bro. Don't be just chilling.
I'm saying he's not gonna go back to his schedule, Bud, where he's fighting 2 times a year. I don't see that. He's not gonna do that. He could, but it's like, I don't know. I guess because he's up there in age, the rigors of a camp, and I'm not making excuses for it. Like, that actually aggravates me that you don't fight more often, But what the fuck can we do?
I think Canelo, I think Bud won the fight. No, you know what? Canelo got robbed. But Canelo, Canelo, he's been busy. 2 fights. I think about 3 years ago, didn't he fight 3 times when he fought that Avanesian guy in Miami?
I think it was John Ryder. It was who was it? Was it John Ryder, Charlo Munguia?
I think it was 3 fights in a year.
That
bro.
is correct. It was right. Yep, Ryder in May, Munguia. Hold up.
I just know Avanesian was in Miami, and it was December.
I'm saying Avanesian.
Yeah, that's confusing me.
Avanesian's Bud.
It's still a fight though. You still gotta be.
Yeah, but you talking about Bud or Canelo, dog?
I'm talking about Canelo.
Bud didn't fight. No, Canelo did not fight the Avanesian, dog. What are you doing?
Wait, he did fight him.
Avanesian is Bud.
No. What's the
Avanesian is a welterweight, bro.
It's not Avanesian. It's that dude that
mixed up right now. He's lost in the sauce right now.
He's talking about Avni Yildirim.
Yeah, Yildirim. There you go. But
that's 2019, 2020.
That was 2020. That was 2021. That was 2021. He had fought Smith. He fought Smith. He fought Avni. Then he fought Saunders. Remember that shit? He fought 5 times in 12 months that year. 4 or 5 times in 12 months that year.
God damn.
I don't think it was 4 or 5 times. I think he fought 3 times. But he span of 14 months, he fought 4 times, but he fought 3 times in 1 calendar year.
That's
He
still
fought.
allowed. That's still
He
allowed.
fucking fought, bro. Fucking fought. He knew he fighting 4 times this year. He
Yeah, that's
doing
a
that
lot.
shit.
But yeah,
Okay.
but one of the common denominators between those two is they dictate the terms, and that's what
Yeah.
Bud wasn't able to do. So that's one reason why we didn't get the same activity from.
Yeah, but he could do that now, though. Like he could do
You're
that now.
absolutely right. He definitely could do that now. But
Do
now
that
he's at a
now.
point now is why do I want, like you were saying, and I said this before, why would he want to put himself through those grueling training camps and do it twice a year when he can just fight once and try to get all the marbles? He's in the power position.
If we're being honest, he could have done that the last 2 years after whooping Spence. He's
Yeah,
just like,
no.
Yes and no.
No. The last year, yes. The last 2 years, no. Because remember, after he whooped Spence, Spence activated the rematch
Oh yeah,
clause.
that's
He
true.
literally ended up having to sit out the whole rest of the year because of that. And
That's
it's
true.
not really until the year after that he got free and started fucking with the Turk. So
Yeah, they were all my boy Spence. God damn.
Boy, you definitely. You know what's so funny? I mean, the thing is that Bud knew Turk before Turk was like deeply involved in this. Turk was the
Yes.
money guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think he did know him because remember when Bud was like, "Hey man, I got this guy,"
That
and
was
then
Turk.
yeah, and
Turk.
Earl was like, "Nah, man,
No,
not
he
all
was
money
acting.
is good money."
Errol wanted to act like a fucking homo.
But Errol
All
woke
right,
up though. Errol woke up though. I remember. I'll never forget that. I feel like I'm being played. I really always still to this day think he realized that something wasn't right with the situation, and that's why he
Who,
pulled.
Errol?
Yeah, Errol tweeted that I feel like I'm being played. And this was before the Bud fight was made. Sometime before it was made.
He
Yeah.
said, let me look that shit up.
It was a
This
Twitter.
motherfucker.
You basically stated you feel like you being basically playing with me right now.
Let me go to fucking Errol Spencer on.
I wouldn't do that, bro. I would not do that.
This motherfucker Brim be lying about shit. I gotta check him.
We'll check it, bro. I ain't got a lot to kick it.
Brim is right. I do remember that the Spence was having complaints about what was happening with all
Because
that.
I'm telling you, everybody was up here talking about Bud ducking, but I'm like, yo, why would you offer Bud a fight with no money down? You did no money at all. And all the fights before you put at least some little guarantee for all these other guys. It just didn't make sense.
Yo, speaking about that, everybody, it was around 2023, and everybody was like, "Bud, zero guaranteed."
You said fucked up when it's your own people taking advantage of you. That's what you talking about?
No, this is before the Bud fight, bro. You got to go back.
Let me see. Hold up.
Yo, y'all remember that? The fight for Bud fight, they offered him zero money guaranteed, but at the same time, they guaranteed Canelo 100 mil, bro, PBC, which was crazy. Like, yo, like.
Look, the excuses, and you know that they were full of shit because at the very end of the day, you literally had different people all within the PBC trying to tell you that fight wasn't a big fight, except that it turned out to be the biggest fight Errol was ever in. Literally, like that was the biggest fight of Errol's career was the Crawford fight. We're talking about marquee value. They did between
650 and 700. I think they did 7.
But somewhere in there. So for them to have, in other words, they're giving it away that they never wanted that fight because they offering Bud dick in the booty money, dick in the booty contract, like this a punk ass fight or something, like this a Ugas fight or something. That's how y'all acting, and it's because y'all didn't really want that shit. Y'all never wanted that shit, bro.
Yep.
Only reason it happened is because Errol nutted the fuck up. Like, you know what? I'm gonna take my ass whooping like a man. I'm still a man.
Dallas, motherfucking Texas, bro. They robbed that boy. God damn.
From a promotional point of view, from a promotional sense, it was a Spence fault because he fucked up. That the Terrence Crawford wasn't the plan, but that wasn't the end of Spence's career because he was the A side. And he had another options before the fucking crash car. Because after that, everything derailed. The plan was Spence was going to unify, was going to ignore both, and he's going to move up to Charlo. That was the plan.
You mean move up to fight Canelo?
and then
Yeah,
fight
it was.
Canelo.
Yeah,
But
it was move up to fight Canelo because remember at that
At a
time I
catch weight,
believe
160.
weren't they stablemates? Him and Mel. Was it him and Mel that were
Yes,
both trained by Derek?
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so it wasn't gonna be Mel. It wasn't gonna be Mel. But they was trying to sell that Canelo fight. That's what 2019, around there they was talking about Errol moving up for Canelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bit upset whenever they said Canelo versus Charlo because I really wanted to see Charlo versus Crawford. They really hate each other. Like I wanted to see that fight more than
That would
Canelo.
have been a much better fight.
Fuck
Would've been
yeah.
a great fight. I honestly, can I be honest?
But it
I
whooped
would
his ass.
I would have preferred that to the Canelo fight.
Yeah.
I would have, like, let's just say it's up to me and I have to orchestrate what happens after the Spence fight. Honestly, if it's me, dog, I would have preferred he fought Charlo, bro, for the undisputed. That's a real bad blood fight. Like, yeah, they don't like each other, bro. They don't like each other.
After he knocked out
Thank
Spence,
Charlo
what's
for
the
that.
first thing he does? He gets on the turnbuckle and starts talking shit to Charlo. Like,
No,
and he's
he did
grabbing
that. No, he didn't do that knockout. He did that in the middle of the fight. On the
No.
second knockdown, he jumped up on the turnbuckle.
Wasn't I remember he was just grabbing his nuts and talking.
Yeah, that
shit
was
to Charlo.
during the fight. That was before it was over. That was the seventh
Yeah.
round, dog.
Yeah, that was in the fight. That was literally in the middle of the fight. And the shit is, if you think about what we got, we could have won our whole lives without Charlo versus Canelo. Let's be real.
Yep.
We didn't. That was not a great fight. I'm not saying something bad about Canelo. I'm saying that Charlo, that was not a real fight. You didn't do nothing, Charlo. Like, that was ass, right?
Gazelle's only.
And while Crawford versus Canelo turned out to be a really great win for Crawford, right? It did turn out to be a great win. I guess the reason I like the Charlo shit more is it would have afforded him the same opportunity to fight for undisputed because Jermel was undisputed at the time. So that would have been another chance to become undisputed still, but it would have been a real bad blood fight because y'all don't like each other. Whereas with Canelo and Crawford, it was real respectful. Like you a professional, I'm a professional, you great, I'm great, I got a legacy.
The look on Charlo's face when Bud hopped on that turnbuckle and ropes at the end or whatever told it all, man. Charlo did not want any piece of Bud.
You know what I mean? That would have been a nice alternative to that. And I think America, because remember the Canelo fight was not a pay-per-view, but I just think that off of the momentum that Crawford had, shit never happens the way that it needs to. That remember, if he fucks up Spence, that's the end of July, really the beginning of August. So you got all of August. All right, no. Let's say he takes 2 months off. He takes off August. He takes off September. He takes off October. You do that fight in November or December off of the Spence when you get the Charlo shit undisputed off the bat. Yo, dog, that shit would have been big, bro.
But you gotta remember, no, the only way that would have worked though, it probably would have been the next year though, because you remember Charlo would have had to fight Tim Tszyu.
Bro, come on, the Tim Tszyu shit, bro.
When you talk about, that's how Tim Tszyu got the belt. Remember? He got the belt.
No, but he didn't get the belt that year.
He got the belt the night of the fight.
My dude, who got the belt? When did Tim Tszyu get the BO? When?
The night of the fight. Remember they stripped Charlo the night of the fight.
All right, the night. Yes, but the night of the fight,
went to the ring, they stripped him.
My dude, that was the following year.
That wasn't. Charlo got beat by Canelo the same year. It was a couple months later. It was September, July, then September.
Shut the fuck
up! Your blood pressure, dude. Your blood pressure.
All right, you saying that all this happened in 2023 is what you're saying? Everything.
Correct.
Spence loses, Charlo loses. That wasn't 2024.
They were both the same year, bro. It was only it was July the 29th, and then the other one was September. It was back to back.
You're right. But I think here's what. Shut your ass up, Jay. Here's what I think. Terrence
Jay, don't take that.
Shut your ass up, bro. Terrence Crawford is a WBO super champion. And I think that if the conditions were right and Charlo wanted it and Crawford wanted it, we know that Crawford wanted it. But I think if there were an effort on the ground, the WBO would have let it happen on the condition that Crawford, because he's a super, because he's a super champion.
Yeah, but you gotta remember Tim Tszyu had forfeited the title so many. I mean, forfeited they pushed it back so many times that it might have. I mean, it's possible, but it was like 3 times they had pushed it back, bro.
I think for Bud they would have let it happen, bro.
The
BO fuck with Bud. The BO fucks with Bud. Like
whatever Bud ordered.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever Bud ordered, bro. Come on. So. And that would have been. I just think that would have been better for.
Yeah, because we would have got a knockout too, bro.
The reason
more emphatic.
The reason boxing is like the way it is now in the States is because you can't really get excited anymore, bro. The shit that would get you excited, it doesn't happen, bro. I think I think there would have been an element of excitement. Not to say that the Canelo fight wasn't big. Of course it was. 41 million people saw it. So it was big. Like that's pretty fucking big, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't have that spite. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, these two motherfuckers. Crawford and Charlo really don't like each other, you know?
Yeah, that would have been great.
That would have been a great fight, man. Damn. You know, but it is what it is. What can we do? It is what it is. Like they just they never try to get it right. And that's the problem with a lot of things, because you remember that with the Hurd shit and the Charlo shit, it was the same shit. Them guys didn't like each other, but we didn't get it. Jacobs and Charlo and Moore, them guys didn't like each other, but we didn't get it. And if we would have got it, I think that things would be in a better condition. That the fights where there was actual animosity and bad blood, we didn't get them shits, man. It would have
moved the needle a different direction. It just would change the energy.
Yeah, you needed that. You know, why was Morales versus Barrera so fucking great? Why was Hagler versus Hearns so fucking? They didn't fucking like each other, bro. They didn't like each other.
A question: which Charlo did Hurd get into a confrontation with? Was that Jamel?
That was Mel.
That was Mel.
No,
right?
no,
okay.
no. Oh, that was Maul.
Was it Mel? That was Maul.
It was Maul because they were in the same division.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I got confused.
That was Maul.
Yeah,
Maul was the one
you
that
sure?
Danny Jacobs also confronted Maul.
No, wait a minute.
Right?
Are you sure? Maul moved up to middleweight in 2017. Are you sure?
Yeah, Jacobs was at 160 because he fought Golovkin at 160.
I'm saying the Hurd, the Charlo that Hurd got into it with, that was Maul. That wasn't Mel.
Oh, I thought I said Jacobs.
No. I'm talking. No. That was Mel, right? That the one that Jared Hurd. I think he slapped him.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Was that Mel or was that Maul?
I think that was Mel.
Remember Charlo moved up already like a while ago. 2017, he fought Centennial at middleweight, and the only one that was at 154 was Mel.
It was Maul that he slapped. I just checked. It was Hurd slapped Maul.
Oh wow. Okay. Damn.
Maul got slapped by 2 different people.
Maul be getting punked, man.
Yeah, motherfuckers been slapping the shit out of Jermall Charlo since the fucking Obama administration. Damn.
Yes.
Shout out to George. Fantasy fight: Terry Norris versus Tito Trinidad at 154. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
I got Tito, so that's a good fight.
I'm gonna go with Tito.
Oh yeah, Tito.
No, but Prom Norris though would be a problem though. Like Prom Norris. Ugh.
Yeah, but you can't trust his chin, dude. One good
shot. Tito got the ability to do that too. You right.
Yeah,
right.
He can knock out Terry. Yeah, he could.
You right. You know what? I think Jules saw this, but I don't think y'all saw this. But I got people telling me that Haney can stop Norman because Norman gasses out, right?
Oh God!
I said the last time. Check it out. The last time Devin Haney got a stoppage, LeBron was playing for Cleveland. Dirk Nowitzki was still playing basketball, and Kawhi Leonard was playing for the Raptors.
The fucking great Dirk Nowitzki out of Dallas, Texas, bro.
Julian Jackson got Terry Norris on the ropes, and look what he did to him, man. I mean,
yeah, but that's Julian Jackson, though, bro. Like,
yeah, but that's Julian Jackson.
That's Julian Jackson. They're like, yeah. You saying that shit like
that's like you saying, yeah, I got hit with a sledgehammer. Like,
yeah, but you know what? Tito could hit pretty much along the lines of a Julian Jackson, don't you think?
He's one step below. He's one step below.
Not that hard.
Not that hard. Tito could throw them things, but Jelly Jackson was one punch and it's over.
Yeah, correct. Your facts. He can just tap you on the chin and you act like you got shot in the head or some shit. He'll just drop to the floor.
The G-Man ruined him though.
Yeah, It seems like Emmanuel Stewart was good with long, lanky fighters, turning them into champions and shit.
Yeah, that was his speciality. The long and limber fighters with the straight punches that he could really develop the jab and the backhand. He was really good with guys like that, you know? Really good with guys like that.
But he really liked working with punchers for the most part.
He did it with Klitschko too.
Yeah, I saw an old clip of Emmanuel, and he was with Chavez, and this motherfucker was talking Spanish to Chavez, and it's like you don't get those trainers no more. I think the closest is probably Bowman.
He's a special guy, but another thing. Let me say something about the past that young people like Undefeated. Undefeated is only like 12 years old, bro.
Yeah,
everything. I'm gonna say that in a very general sense, and you had to be there to understand. It's not cap. It's not crazy. It's just that things were more purposeful in the past than they are now. Things were just that's why everything was different. Like the trainers were different, the intention was different. Like, yo, Emmanuel was a teacher. That's not cap, that's not glazing. That dude was a teacher, bro. That was a teacher, bro.
Hey, yo, I found the tweet. Errol Spence, May 12th, 2023. I'm starting to feel played.
Yeah, because they wanted him to fight Thurman. Remember? They wanted him to move up and fight Thurman. That was the plan. They didn't want him to fight Crawford.
Yeah, and if you're Earl Spence, you're trying to fight Crawford, right? Don't you feel some type of way that Bud is asking to see the books, bro, and they're telling him no? Like, doesn't your mind start spinning like, yo, for what are the numbers?
Yeah, but don't you remember? But don't you remember? Bud said that him and Errol Spence talked, and he told him about the bookings and stuff. That's why the fight ended up happening, because he basically let Errol know what was on the up and up, bro.
What you mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, don't forget that this whole time Errol was shorting Derek while he doing that. So it's like it's karma, bro. Shit was karma. Like, damn, dog. You remember that Derek been with him since the amateurs, bro. Since the amateurs.
Wow.
And the whole time that Errol went pro, or whatever. Well, they said Errol starts making money with Mikey. That's like when Errol start getting money for real. Because he probably wasn't getting it but so much before that. But like that whole time, you've been shorting Derek James. The whole time. So if you feel like you was getting played, your ass got what you deserved, bro. You got what you deserved.
Derek. I met Derek here in Dallas, and he's a real nice guy. Like he's quiet. He don't talk a lot. And you know what? He looks out for Earl. He really did. Because one time I was in the gym and I was hitting the bag, and then here comes Derek. He's like, "Hey man, do you want to get in with EJ next?" I was like, it was around 2013 after the Olympics. I was like, "Yeah,
fuck out of here,
get
out of here."
Would you say yes?
I was like, "Yeah, I'll get in there with him." And then he was like, "How much you weigh?" I said 180. He's like, nah, never mind. Cause he was like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna hurt this dude." But I mean, I'm low key Earl would have whooped my ass.
Let me find out. Dallas is a small world, bro. Let me find out. Wow. But then again, boxing is a small world, so I can see that.
No, the world is small. You walk right past me on 125th, Jules. Remember?
For real, it's a small world out here. I'll be back after these commercial messages.
Yeah, go have your cigarette, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
By the way, Brim, you said something that caught my eye. Did you say that Julian Jackson ruined Terry Norris?
No, I said that G-Man ruined Julian Jackson.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's true. Because like that fight was, oh my god, that was a classic, man. Let's like you just watch that shit. Like somebody's getting fucking knocked out.
Yeah, it shows somebody so yes.
And that shit. I mean, but G-Man also he had a chin as well. He had a chin also.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people was picking. You know, Julian was looking like the abominable snowman back then. They was picking him to win that fight.
Because he caught G-Man with a lot of shit that probably would have dropped people and knocked. He took his punches, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. I mean, but a lot of people think that I mean, well, not a lot of people. I mean, there's theories that the damage he took in that fight led to what happened with him and Nigel Benn because
So
I think there was
it's not a theory actually. He was having some neurological issues
right.
low key before
Okay.
that. He was having the blinking situation before then,
Right, because
and they didn't.
he sparred with a guy who was a stablemate, and he said that like he hit him with a jab, and he just started blinking like uncontrollably. I'm like, I just hit him with a jab. What's wrong with him? Then afterwards, the Ben fight happened and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that might be
Yeah,
one of the
so it
theories.
was
But
a
yeah, so
problem
it's
going into the fight. I ain't gonna front. I hated Ben, bro, for mad long because Ben was cheap shotting him a lot that fight. I couldn't stand
yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, Ben, he was dirty. Yeah, he was dirty. I mean, also an example of his dirty in the first Iran Barkley fight, hitting him while he was down and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, Ben was a dirty
going
ass
crazy. You know what
fighter,
I mean?
bro.
He was dirty. He was good, but he was dirty.
Yeah,
was a dirty ass fight.
I was happy that Eubanks beat him both times
Yeah.
because I was not a Ben fan. I couldn't stand Ben. I
Yeah, I feel
respected him though. I respected him, but I didn't like Ben.
I like Eubank Senior. I think he's a cool dude. Rastafari.
Now he's strange. He's cool, but he's strange though. He's very actually not strange.
He's
No, not strange.
eccentric.
Strange
is
is
the
not the
word.
right word. He's particular.
Eccentric is the word I'd use.
I was gonna say he's particular.
Rastafari.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
but
shame
get
his
ready,
son-
yo. Get ready for when Canelo come back. He fighting Eubanks, bro. Because Eubanks gonna beat Ben again, man. He got Bo Mac in the corner. He beating Ben again.
I
think
might
he
fly
stops.
out today.
I think he stops Connor this time, or just.
I think Connor got too much heart. I think Connor got a little too much heart to get stopped.
Yeah.
Only way he gets stopped is if the corner throws the towel or something like that, or the ref calls it off. But I think he'll make it 12. But it'll be a little bit more decisive this time.
Yeah, I think his violent
I mean,
nature.
I only picked Eubank to win because of his superior experience, and it showed in the first fight. Really, I mean, for the most part, I mean, you just can't get him out of there. That's all.
Yeah,
I mean, you show
AJ,
good experience at the next level.
Yeah, because Ben dig deep in that fight. Ben was fighting his butt off.
He tried. He did his best. But
He fought stupidly, bro. He was too emotional. Like, bro, relax.
Yeah, but you can't. But it's hard to say you fighting stupidly when you fighting the son of the person that beat your dad twice. It's kind of hard saying that. I think if you was in the ring in that situation, I think you'd be fighting stupidly too.
It's hard to take emotions out of it.
He lost because of that shit. Because he was doing good, but he was just swinging wild. I'm praying that Eubank wins that fight.
4 rounds. I'm like, nah.
Say that again, bro.
I said he was like trying to take him out in 4 rounds. Within 4 rounds,
like
trying to knock his head off within 4 rounds.
He was swinging for the fences, and it's like, yo, bro, relax. Like it's 12 rounds, bro.
They come to you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm praying Eubank wins that fight because I gotta go to the UK for that fight. Canelo, hopefully it's in the UK. I gotta fly out there.
Yeah, I believe it definitely would be.
There's an interesting fight on the undercard. There's Catterall versus Ekai Westerman, the guy who retired Josh Taylor. What do y'all think about that one?
I think Catterall is going to show something because, now,
he's with Bozy. He's got Bozy in his corner now. So
exactly. And I think
if
Catterall does really, really well, Bozy going to end up getting trainer of the year, man. Because I thought it was, I thought it was hands down going to be. My brain just went blank. What's my man's name? Andy Lee.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be him.
Having a good run though. Andy Lee is having a good run though.
Yeah, but you know what derailed it a little bit though because his man lost to Crocker because Donovan lost to Crocker.
That is true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So
did y'all find out about the Top Rank shit? The Top Rank has a channel on Tubi. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, that's where Michaela's fight is going to be on.
Yeah. It's a free channel. It's a free channel. It's a free. They show all the classic shit. Like I was watching Cotto versus Yuri Foreman, and they played Floyd versus Chop Chop. Like, and that's probably where they're gonna show the Rafael Espinoza fight too.
Yo, earlier today they were showing Cotto Pacquiao 2009, bro, and then they were talking about Cotto. Freddie was talking about Cotto's trainer, and the old 24/7 how they were just hype, bro. It was just amazing. And then they say, "In here comes a familiar face." It's a younger Bob Arum, bro. Motherfucker got black hair and shit. Like, damn.
You know the irony though, how we would say boxing matches would be on Tubi, and we literally now have Top Rank on Tubi. The irony of that,
bro. That's what ain't that what Broner said? No, Broner said they're gonna have us boxing on Twitter. You wasn't wrong. You wasn't wrong.
Listen, you know I don't tweet about the personal goofy stuff, but did y'all see Broner go crazy on IG posting all the females he slept with?
That was
Oh,
wild.
bro.
What you say?
He put a list of like who gives the best head and who had the best cuckoo, and he basically was talking about, these IG chicks that be tossing it up for the big money guys for the most part.
Bro. Not only that, he tagged them, he at them and shit.
Wow.
Like, yo,
But no, Drew, he had the right idea years ago what was going to happen, and this was
No, but he's the one who blew the whistle. Remember, that's what he was doing. He was blowing the whistle that Al had, a portion of his money. He was asking for it. Sound like Al was trying to talk him out of it or whatever the fuck the case was. And what was that? 4 years ago, right? That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
That was way before this shit jumped off. Now,
Exactly, way before shit hit the fan.
Wow.
And then when he said that, all the pro PBC fans started turning on Broner.
Yeah, that's when.
Yep. That's just motherfuckers that don't want to be wrong at the end of the day, because you didn't have to be Nostradamus to see that shit coming. That if you keep putting on events that are a net negative, when the deal is up, they not gonna re-up. Why would they? Like, we not getting nothing out of this. You not selling nothing. And I remember the average viewership for a boxing match, not the pay-per-view shits, the regular shits. It was going down every year, and I'm like, yeah, this not sustainable. No way they re-up with them. No way. And it is what it is now.
So is it fair to say that Al looked out for the fighters but screwed over the networks and the fans?
I mean, like, people talk about him looking out for the fighters as if I don't think that was his real intention. You understand me? I think he's just another boxing guy in the sense that I think he fucked the fighters too. They just don't know yet. They just don't, or maybe they do, but they're not allowed to say. Like, he's just another crook, bro. Just like anybody else. He's just another crook. I don't really think he gave a fuck about the fighters, but it's like, if you wanted to get 150 guys or 200 guys to leave Golden Boy, well, how would you do that? You got to promise him something. And he overpaid them. So if you want to call that looking out for the fighters, yeah, I guess momentarily. I guess.
Yeah, but you got to think about the reason why Danny Garcia got his real estate stuff. That was through Al Heyman.
Yeah,
Al Heyman did put a lot of them on in regards to taking their money and making it move for themselves outside the box.
But why? I would agree with you, but who is Angel talking about betrayed his son?
He talking about BBC because they didn't give them the dates, and because they blew their load in the bag.
I don't know who's that dude, Michael Fox, I think.
Michael Fox, yeah.
Michael, he said this week on Twitter, he was responding to a fan, and he was like, well, I never heard an Al Heyman fighter like talk bad about him.
He responded to a fan, he was responding to D-Styles.
D-Styles, like, bro, he can't, I think it's in the contract where they can't talk bad about Al. Wilder did it. He backwalked on that shit.
To say for Michael Fox to say that he never heard, you wasn't trying to, because who the fuck could Wilder have been talking about when he said that shit? Who the fuck could Broner have been talking about when he said that shit? Hugo Centeno said specifically, yeah, that's why I left. Because of that increment shit they was doing, that they pay you in increments or whatever. It's like, if you gonna really act like you ain't hear nothing, it's because you wasn't trying to.
Were they paying like Susu? They were doing it like Susu.
Yeah, it was Klarna. It was like boxing Klarna.
Klarna. Hey, Klarna come in handy sometimes, man.
It was boxing Klarna. Like, buy now, pay later, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get fucked up now. Get paid later, bro.
I mean, Michael Fox, because like y'all remember he got screwed over in the MySpray fight.
Yeah, and that was a PBC show. That was a PBC show too.
Honestly, I do know a guy like Al Heyman. Like, people that work with. He's a guy that he has a small company, but he's very weird the way he interacts with employees. It's nothing inappropriate, but at some point I talked to one of the employees. Are you kind of brainwashed? Because you could be making way more money. I know your boss is good, is nice, but he's trying to tell you that no, say you could be making way more money over there. Why you're not jumping him? and he says no because this guy is good for me and all that shit. But at the end of the day, it's to benefit him. He's doing the work. He does the work because he looks for his employees, but he feels like he's doing it for himself because he's cutting his employees for massive opportunities. At the end of the day, that's the kind of how him reminds me.
He convinced them of his vision, and not, but a lot of it is there are elements to this that are not said, right? There are elements to this thing that are not, that you're not going to hear it in an interview, that they're not going to say. And the element of it is they are afraid to leave. A lot of them, they are afraid to leave.
Yeah.
Keith Thurman, like I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. If you haven't been fighting, it's not because you didn't have opportunities to fight. And it's the same with Danny. You could have went somewhere else and worked something out with someone else like Danny Jacobs did in 2018. If you didn't leave, it's not simply, yeah, I'm just so loyal to Al. No, you're afraid to leave. You're not going to say that. But yeah, you're afraid to leave, to deal with what's out there. It's going to feel alien to you to not box on PBC. It's going to feel weird. You're afraid. You get out there, you get the shit beaten out of you. You don't want to deal with that. And that's what doesn't get said. You leave. We're going to find out how good you really are or how good you're really not.
The other thing that this guy used to do, he used to tell his employees that he knows these other guys, these other companies, and they're bad with employee, they harass people and all that shit. So they discourage them by telling them real stories. But he's not talking about the most important thing, the money. He's like, yeah, the money is better there, but he has his ways. Because all the things with Al Heyman, I do remember that people used to talk about Al Heyman, that was the only guy that used to take care of the families of the boxers, that he was making sure that the boxers, if they want to go to the venue to look up for the fight, to give them tickets, to give me the proper accommodations to do that shit. That's the kind of techniques that a good boss does. But yeah, you're getting something out of it. You're trying to tell, because the most important thing, it has to be the money at the end of the day.
The thing is it's like a little kid's fantasy that he's that all true. That he's all about the fighters, bro. He's just no bullshit. He's getting something out of that. And for starters, just help me understand. Why would you be paying boxers in increments? Why? Why would you be paying them in stipends? Where is the rest of their money? If you're giving them their money in pieces, where is it the rest of the time?
He was using it to probably to invest and be able to create capital from to try to do something different with it.
There you go.
Also, man, my brain just went blank. But I saw T Street Controversy share something from back in the days where PBC. It was known that if Ruiz had to beat Anthony Joshua in the second fight, they was going to create a PBC belt.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Wait, who? Oh, Ruiz, he said.
Yeah, if Ruiz had to beat AJ in the second on the rematch, they was gonna have Ruiz fight Waller, and then that fight they was gonna present a PBC belt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank God that didn't happen.
And that's another example. I think T Street was talking about it earlier this week, that it was either T Street or somebody in his comments that basically that it's like you're not against what Dana White is doing. You're against who's doing it. Because when
exactly, it's about Dana White. It ain't really about the Ali Act at all.
Yeah, because when it was and it wasn't a secret that they were trying to do that. That obviously they wanted a biosphere, but for a period they were trying to make a PBC belt, and y'all wasn't complaining. Y'all wasn't worried about the Ali Act then. So don't pipe up now.
Yeah, they doing that just because
Dana White's involved. That's it.
Yeah, that's all. That's it.
You know what? In the interview with Eric today, they asked him like, "Hey, how do you feel about the Ali Act?" And he was like, "Honestly, we looked at it. He's like, and it's not going to affect us at all. It's going to affect the fighters that sign with him." So, but like, yeah, but your boss, Oscar, he's over there fucking talking shit. Like, fuck you, Dana. Why would you do this to the fighters? Like, man.
Yo, you do. How do you know how to do that, bro?
Yeah, but there
You
was one
sound
thing that somebody pointed out to me that was a really good point, though. The fighters that do sign with Zuffa and TKO, I think there is a genuine concern about them not having the ability to have any flexibility. Let's say they didn't reach a certain point where if they wanted to go fight for a WBC or a WBO, they might be tied in and can't be able to do that.
Look. Here's the only thing that I heard that I think is bad, and here's the only thing I heard that I didn't like, that I think is bad, and that they should do away with it. And this is just what I heard. I don't know if it's true. This is word of mouth shit. But I heard that after a fighter's contract is done, there is a non-compete clause that lasts about a year. I'm not okay with that. I don't know if it's true, but I'm not okay with that. The moment that contract with Zuffa is done, do not impede the fighter's ability to make money. This is their bread and butter, okay? Don't say, oh, yeah, they got to sit out for a year after that. But once again, I don't know if that's true. That sounds extreme, that they can't fight for a year for somebody
that's
else.
ridiculous.
They can't like that. I'm against. Like,
that's super stupid. They talk. That sounds like some trade secret type of shit. Like you working for a different military company and you can't work for them. That's crazy.
Exactly. But the only reason I'm not all over that is because I heard that. I didn't read it anywhere. It's not in a. If I read it somewhere, then I would say, yeah, I object to this. This is bullshit. But it's not in an article anywhere. It doesn't say that anywhere. It's something that I read on the internet that somebody said. Right? That's the only thing I heard that's bad. I don't even know if it's true though. So you can't. I can't go off of that. You know what I mean? I can't go off of that.
Okay, let me say this, because when people talk about the Muhammad Ali Act, it's not really about the Muhammad Ali Act. It's about the sanctioning bodies. Let's take, for example, a guy like Boots Ennis. When Boots Ennis beat Luis Malima, there were people that were talking about, this guy is gonna take out the division. No, it's Luis Malima. Chill. Especially his promoter. There has to be people checking him that, yeah, you're gonna promote, but dude, you have to fight Fundora, Marchesalia. That's the kind of guy that you have to fight. What Danova is trying to do, because I understand what he's trying to say, but you are not ambitious enough, because he is not trying to compete in the conventional way. He's trying to
Leo. Él no puede.
But
Can't.
Wait. What he's trying to do is get a guy like Boots to beat a guy like Luis Malima and tell him this is one of the best fighters in the world. Just by doing that. That's the objective. That is what he's trying to do. Because absolutely.
No, I disagree. I believe Dana's a control freak, right? I believe he's a control freak. And I think that Dana, this is not me bigging him up. This is me just saying that he sees this thing, right? And he sees that boxing is out of control. It is. It's out of control. The spending has always, the critiques that he's had about boxing have always been true. Billions of dollars actually have been invested into boxing over the years through different broadcasters, different promotions, different fights, but there's nothing to show for it. Boxing as a business is still not sustainable. And he sees the way he runs his UFC compared to how things are in boxing. Listen, the guy is right. I'm sorry, but you can't have fighters that think they're bigger than the sport. But all of them do. That's why they all want to do whatever they want. Teofimo wants to fight Pacquiao instead of Stevenson. And Ryan wants to fucking join him off a loss to Rolly. You can't. And I think that Dana sees this like, is he a control freak? Yes. But somebody needs to be. There needs to be oversight, because if you let the fighters have it their way, it's always supposed to work out where you get a fuck ton of money for not a lot of effort. It's all yeah. My life. I'm in danger.
Let me tell you something, because actually I'm getting tired of you.
Okay? Fuck you.
No, fuck you. In principle, what he's trying to do, I don't have a problem because I see unconsequential by itself. My real problem is with Turkey because you acquired the Ring magazine, and I know for sure that some motherfuckers in Sufa boxing is gonna end up fighting for that ring belt, and then I'm gonna have a problem.
And they'll lose.
No.
You're not thinking. No. Listen, you're assuming that the Ring magazine belt will be contested only among Zuffa boxers. I disagree. I believe that will be the bridge for the Zuffa boxers to deal with what else is out there, and I stand by this, Leo. The Zuffa
Don't steal my shit. That's
boxers,
that first.
the Zuffa, fuck you. The Zuffa boxers will lose because you're not dealing with the same level of competition. You're in a fucking fish tank. That's what it is. You're in an aquarium, okay? You're not in the ocean. You're in an aquarium. You're the best. You're fighting the best Zuffa boxers.
I just want to say
available.
this again. I'm the first motherfucker to say that. But listen, Jules, this is the thing that I think people are so scared of, and I think this is what's going to possibly be the case. I think Danny's going to try to play the long game, and if you get all the fighters and all the people that's up and coming, there's nobody. When they become somebody 5 to 10 years from now, then he controls the game and controls the board.
Maybe that's an idea that they're playing with, right? It just doesn't happen that way. Like I could tell you right now that I would be surprised if this doesn't crash and burn because it could. Everything in boxing is familiarity. Look, there are boxing matches on DAZN all the time. It's not just Matchroom, Golden Boy, and Queensbury. There are literally boxing matches on there all the time. How many of them do you think the average American watches?
About 10%, maybe.
There was a Dream Boxing match, Dream Boxing over there in Germany. It's a German promotion. They had a card this Saturday. How many Americans do you think watched it?
But you can first time I heard about it.
Right?
Maybe about 2, maybe 1,000.
So the point that I'm making is familiarity is very big. You know that everybody's not like us. The average casual viewer is not going to watch a boxing match if there's nobody familiar on there. If Zuffa turns out to be a bunch of unfamiliar fucking guys, nobody knows these fucking guys, right? Yeah, they're up shit's creek without a paddle. Paramount or not, if you can't provide some familiarity, if it feels alien, this may not work. ProBox has fights all the time. How many of them actually move the needle, though? Not that many, because the faces aren't that familiar. And what qualifies for a familiar face is usually somebody that's washed up. Like, yeah, they got Jesse Magdaleno in the upcoming ProBox show in the main event.
Hey, Roach wasn't washed up when he was fighting on ProBox.
No, Lamont Roach wasn't, but you know who was? Jarrett Hurd. He was fucking washed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Julius, there's something I don't understand. When you say that those guys on Super Boxing, they're gonna lose fighting for the Ring magazine belt. What do you mean? Because I'm talking about two Super Boxers fighting for the belt.
I'm telling you that I don't believe that's what it's gonna be. I don't believe that the Ring magazine belt will be exclusively contested for by Zuffa boxers. You're saying that you believe that two Zuffa guys will be the ones fighting for it. No, and I'm telling you, I don't think that's the way it's going to be. What I think it's going to be is after the Zuffa boxer, beats the best of the Zuffa nation, right? The Zuffa boxers, that will be his segue to then cross over to regular boxing. That's what I think that's going to be. And in that situation, the Zuffa boxer will likely lose for the same reason that PBC fighters usually lose. For the same reason, you're in an aquarium. You're not facing the best. You're in an aquarium. You get out of the aquarium, you're fish food.
Yeah, but PVC and Dana White, Al Heyman and Dana White, they're trying to do the same fucking thing. I don't know how this will benefit boxing, if this is what we are talking about.
I would say that you're right. Dana is implementing the same thing, except he's going to crack the whip. and he's not going to overpay the fighters, and they're not going to be a bunch of fat, lazy asses that don't want to fucking do anything. And he's not trying to bombard us with pay-per-views. That's the difference.
Yeah. Okay. To close it, I'm gonna repeat the same thing that I told you yesterday. I don't know. I'm not gonna suck dick. If a super boxing,
You're not gonna what?
No. If a super it's a super boxing. Stand there and
Hey, why were you complaining when he said he's not gonna suck dick? Did you want him to?
Well, I
No.
How drunk do I gotta be?
If a motherfucker super boxing is holding the super belt or whatever the fuck, I'm not gonna jump up. I don't care how he looks. I don't care what kind of knockouts he gets. No, I don't care. If you
I agree. Leo, I agree. Leo, I agree with you that you have to look at whatever happens at Zuffa with a pinch of salt. You have to. That if Vito Milnicki goes 7-0 on Zuffa, yeah, that don't count. You still suck, Vito. You're still ass, Vito. Okay?
Oh, yeah, they
right? I get it. I get it. I'm just saying that they're going to use that as a springboard to create superstars. It's going to operate as a feeder system. That is what their intention is. We don't know. We don't know if it's going to work. Like we know what your intention is, but that doesn't mean it's going to work. I'm not against it working. Like boxing needs a change, and that is the reality. Boxing needs something different to happen because all the network money is gone, and enough journalists are not writing about it. Enough content creators are not talking about it. All the network money is gone. That is a huge problem. But all they want to talk about is, oh no, Danny Garcia, no. Do you not understand how big? Do you not understand how bad it is? There's no major network in America showing boxing. None. Paramount, they managed to reel them in with this Zuffa shit. Give it a fucking chance because, motherfucker, you may not have a choice. Might not. Top Rank hasn't done a show in 2 months. Going on 3, going on 4, going on 5 by the end of the year. Haven't
That's
done a
unheard
show.
of, man.
Okay? Right? We're lucky that they just found this fast channel, for lack of a better word, where they show the classic fights so that we at least get Mayer versus Spencer, which isn't even their show. It's not a Tiger. And Rafa versus Kagai, which is really Zanfer, right? Okay. Boxing is in a very bad way in this country. It is. And they're not talking about it. No, let's just pretend we really give a fuck about what fighters get. Brody, I don't give a fuck what you get, dog. You don't understand there's not enough boxing on TV? You don't get it? There's no boxing on TV. But let's worry about fucking Dana.
No, but it's the same thing that Dana's other endeavors. Is UFC, I have watched some of the cars before. Some of them have been very entertaining. Sometimes it's good to see another guy just beat the shit out of another guy and punch his face in the ground. Okay, that's good. But when you want to tell me, oh, this is the interim champion against the UFC champion, I don't give a fuck about your fucking belt. And I'm not going to give a fuck about your super belt.
No.
And don't be fucking around with the Ring Magazine belt.
No. See. I'll say I get. We went through this. There's no lineage, no history, and no status quo with a Zuffa belt. You may as well not. For what you're trying to do with that belt, it may be years if you're still around in a few years, but it may be years before that belt even fucking means anything, dog. Because you know how it has to be. For you to qualify that Zuffa belt, for it to begin, because it doesn't mean a fucking thing now, but for it to begin to mean something, you have to develop a fighter, an elite fighter, right? If Zuffa operated as the launch pad for a fighter that then goes on to go outside of Zuffa and win fights outside of Zuffa, Now you qualify it, right? Now you know, okay, it's not just the fucking fish tank in there. They actually got one or two decent guys, and you use fighter X as an example. Yeah, that's gonna take years. So right now, your Zuffa belt doesn't mean fucking nothing. And until you develop an elite fighter, it's not gonna mean anything.
The only way I will be okay about the Zuffa belt or something like that, if you were doing your job correctly, like the WBO does, you will move your ranks like a real sanctioning body, and then you can ally with the WBO and the IBF and the Ring Magazine belt, and that will be undisputed. And the WBA and the WBC can go kickbox.
So what's
The
the
main thing
future
is
for the?
the main thing is that look, the sanctioning body's ratings are often augmented and manipulated, but what qualifies them is that these fighters do compete against each other. That's what qualifies it. That Lester the Molester did fight Christian Mabili, who fought Carlos Gangara, who fought Sergey Derevyanchenko, and Derevyanchenko fought Munguia and Charlo, right? This is what legitimizes the fragmented world outside of Zuffa, that all these guys, you know, that they do fight each other, whereas you in that fishbowl with your three fish, yeah, we don't know how good they are until they get out of that fishbowl. Then we'll know. So until that happens, and like I said, I think that's going to take years, at least two to three. You have to produce an elite level fighter to qualify your brand. Well, and that's not going to happen right away. So until that happens, your Zuffa belt doesn't mean anything. It's not going to. It could be a long time before anyone looks at that belt with any reverence of like, yeah, like, what is this? Just some shit you made up, Dana. There's no lineage to that.
So like
Joe
the
Frazier never
Zuffa,
held a Zuffa belt, you know?
yeah, but right quick. So the Zuffa boxers, I mean, I understand it's going to be its own like separate entity. So like the boxers who compete solely for Zuffa, they're not going to be ranked by any sanctioned bodies, right?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right.
Not even if they were ranked before.
Nope.
They're gonna get
Hey,
their
so
Wow.
what's the
That's
future
the
for the
amendment of
sanctioning
the-
bodies?
That's the amendment, part of the amendment of the Muhammad Ali Act. They will work separately to the sanctioning bodies.
Yep. It's
With
an
the approval of the
alternative.
respect-
It's an alternative to the existing framework. So that means if you sign a promotional deal with Zuffa to box as a Zuffa boxer for a period of time, you will no longer have anything to do with the existing alphabet organizations, and you will not box outside of Zuffa until your contract is done. And we don't know what that contract looks like. There's a lot of speculation. I imagine it lasts years, maybe 5, maybe 7. I don't know that it's. I don't know that it's like a, like a matchroom contract. Oh well, we got you for 3 fights, right? Oh well, we got you for I don't know. The longest one I've ever seen is, oh, we got you for 5 fights, and AJ has a lifetime contract, which obviously not everybody has that. I think a Zuffa contract might be in terms of years. That might be in terms like maybe they got you for 5 years, which is a long time. If for boxing, that's a long time.
The thing that worries me about Derek White, because I know that guy is good. He's very good. He might be better than all these other promotional outfits in boxing in terms of promotion. Because when people talk about UFC, that is a better brand and a better, they have the better combatants compared to the other brands. One of the examples that they take is Ben Askren. Do you remember Ben Askren? The guy that cannot throw a punch?
I remember.
The other guy is Justin Gaethje. So basically, you took champions because those were ranking in their respectively promotional brands. You took a guy that it was a little puncher back that has no defense at all in Justin Gaethje. That guy is all action. Okay, and you took Ben Askren. Ben Askren, that motherfucker cannot throw a punch. That motherfucker, the only thing he knows is grabbing. I'm not telling you that they're bad, but you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Because you took the guys that I'm gonna want to pro with these guys. I'm gonna look good as a brand. I'm gonna make look bad the competition. That this guy is good. I would
He's
not
smart.
count him out. Yeah.
But at the same time, and this is why I don't know if it's gonna work. Boxing is a different animal. It really is a different animal.
Yeah.
A part of what made the UFC successful is there wasn't a market to corner. You created a market. There wasn't a market to corner. You didn't have to really compete. Well, what were you competing with? With what? Right? So that makes it possible for you to monopolize it. The fact that you developed that market, you grew that market, but you didn't have to go cutthroat balls to the wall with anybody. Yeah, boxing is not like that. It's not. Everything is competition. Everything. Dana's not used to that. He's not going to say that. You're not used to that. You never had to compete with anybody.
Mixed martial arts at that time, they were competing against each other. Everyone was more or less at the same level. This boxing shit, you're competing against a behemoth of a competitor.
Hey, Jules, can you imagine Cody Crawley sitting at home bored on the couch with nothing to do, saying, "I think I better sign up for that Zuffa thing."
Yo,
That works.
I'm telling you, Vito Milne. Yo, listen, peep game. Don't be surprised if Nico Wiley Walsh don't go over you. I'm telling you.
Oh, he needs to. He needs to.
Be surprised, bro. Yo,
I'm sorry,
listen.
Ali Walsh, he ain't it, man. He ain't
Josue Vargas, undefeated. Look out for the return of Josue Vargas, bro.
Yo, watch out. They already got Melaniki out there.
I'm trying to tell you, yo, that could be a refuge. See, I can watch it if it's people getting the shit beaten out of them. As a consumer, like, listen, as long as somebody's getting knocked out really fucking bad, right? I could fuck with it. Like, yeah, if they getting fucked up, I'm watching that shit. Long as motherfuckers getting their ass beat. And I don't gotta worry about it's like a McDonald's chicken sandwich. Yes, I know that I could go to Jimbo's or I could go to Five Guys or fuck a burger. I could fucking go get a steak. I get that. But every so often, that chicken sandwich, it's a spot. It's a spot.
For
sometimes.
Hey, Jules, when Oscar did that video, right? What was he talking? What's the difference? Like, what is Zuffa and Dana? What are they doing different about the ring size or some shit? Or
they're talking about. They didn't specify what is it that they would like to make different. But use your head. You use your head, undefeated. You're smart. They're probably gonna have a smaller ring.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have a smaller ring so that you don't get the sugarfoot gay shit that nobody likes. Then you think about the rules. Why would Dana White want to augment the existing rules and the existing ring framework to promote action? More action fights. We talked about this. The officiating should be geared towards creating a better product, a more entertaining product. Maybe they'll have rules about holding and how much of that is allowed. That's what immediately came to mind when I heard that they want to fuck with the ring and they might change the rules a little bit. That's what immediately came to mind. The shit that Julio said and the shit that Jason said. Other sports, they structure their officiating around making the product more entertaining. I think that's what they're talking about. They want to make the Zuffa shit entertaining. Like, this is the most violent boxing on television. And I'm all for it. If it could be a little bit like Power Slap, I'm not listen, you the one that want to fight. I just want to watch. You the one that want to fight. You know what I mean? Shit. Shout out to Jay. That's YouTube almost missed the show. Appreciate you, Jay. Kingsley said you can't rush prospects into 50-50 fights early on. I agree with you, Kingsley, but I don't think they're gonna get good prospects. I don't think you're not gonna come out of the amateurs and then go fucking sign to Zuffa. Not if Matchroom is offering you a big contract. Or top rate, like, nah, good fighters, really good amateurs are not gonna go to Zuffa. I can almost guarantee that.
Nah.
But some bums, if we could get some good bum fights, I'll watch some bums. Yeah.
I come from the Olympics and sign a fucking Zuffa. Wow.
Imagine that shit. Let me dive into this dumpster. You know what I'm saying? Dive into this garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. They're gonna get what they're gonna start off with, right? are castaways. That's what they're going to start off with. Like, and you could, like, I knew that already. Like, yeah, you're Yelusinov, these kinds of people that they're good boxers, but they just don't have fan bases and they don't have an inroad to get one in America, right? Zuffa might be right for you. That might be right for you, for the hot potatoes and some of the gatekeepers that have been around and at least bring experience to the table, right?
Like your
And
Brandon Adams,
familiarity.
all that stuff.
There you go. That they've been in there with guys before and shit like that. Like, yeah, this could be a thing. And like I said, my whole thing with Zuffa, I'm not gonna rate your fucking fighters. No, your fighters are never gonna be on my pound for pound list, ever, right? Like, if that's what we're talking about, hierarchy, pecking order, the odds of a Zuffa boxer ending up on my list are about as probable as me motorboating Sidney Sweeney's boobs. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Okay, not gonna happen.
And never say never.
Well, listen. The basic idea is take it for what it is at first. What is it? It's entertainment. It's intended to be entertainment. Never mind all the bells and whistles and the pound for pound and all. Yeah. Just take it for what it is at first. Entertainment. So if people are getting their ass kicked and they're getting the shit beat out of them, yeah, I'm watching that shit. Yeah, that's the fuck we here for. And we'll worry about it afterwards, whether or not they're actually that good. Probably aren't, you know.
Gator don't take no shit.
Consider this. Dana convinced the world. He convinced the world that the Tyrone Woodleys and the Ben Askrens are ultimate fighters. Ultimate fighting. That's the brand. These guys are the ultimate. So that they can all get their ass kicked by a YouTuber. Don't be surprised if Zuffa don't be like that. Like, yeah, in that Zuffa sphere, in that Zuffa environment, yeah, you a fucking king shit, man. You a fucking Pacu, you a piranha, all the hot shit. Till you get out of that shit, then yeah, you not really like that. But it's okay, long as you fucking some people, because UFC, I guess UFC itself is the perfect parallel for what he's trying to do. That doesn't mean that UFC is not entertaining. That doesn't mean that you can't watch an entertaining UFC fight. No, they're entertaining. Just don't kid yourself. They're not that good. You know? Not that good. You guys go to a bar and a lot of them UFC guys, they seem to get knocked out outside of bars for some reason. Ultimate fighting. Ultimate. Yeah, all right, motherfucker. I'll be right back after these commercial messages.
It's not so much about they're not good or having a an isolated brand and have private rankings is not the way to determine who is the best combatant fighter in the world. That's not how you do it. People talk about why the WBA, the WBC, all these sanctioning bodies are have paid rankings, because everyone, if you have a little bit of money, you can enter. That's the whole thing. They're free paid rankings. You don't need to sign to anyone to be ranked. Maybe signing to any to certain promotional company might help, but it's not necessary. In the case of Dana White and his endeavors, yeah, it is necessary to sign with the guy to enter his rankings. And that might be cool for him and for the people that watch him, but that's not the way you determine who is the best in the world. That's only the best way to determine who is the best in his promotional
his world or his sphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I still give it a shot though. I mean, it's like I agree with you, Leo. Like just like Jules, I agree with everything you're saying. But it's like if it's not costing me anything extra because I got Paramount Plus and everything like that, so I'll tune in to check it out. Hopefully, it's entertaining. But
how much you pay? How much you pay for Paramount Plus, bro?
But it's like $11.99 a month for me because I got the Showtime edition too as well. So it's like like $12 a month. I'd say.
Yeah. See, that's not bad. Fucking the zone is fucking us, boy. Shit.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of this, man. It's like I got to take a step. I'm not buying any more of the pay-per-views for a while because I ain't gonna charge you $60 for Parker Woodley. It's like most casuals don't even know who those guys are. I mean, like, and especially not Woodley. So it's like that's just they're robbing us, man. and I got to put my foot down for this one.
Yeah,
time,
I'm streaming that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, same. It's like I'm not. Yeah, I can't buy that. It's a decent scrap. I'm good fight, but I'm not paying $60 for that. I mean, the last time I did, I bought the Dylan White Moses Tama fight, but most of the fights in the undercard were pretty good. So that's why I don't really consider like I was robbed anything like that. But this time I gotta say no.
Yeah, but because look, if you're gonna have an argument to make a fight a pay-per-view, at least make it a championship fight. But this shit is not even that.
Yes, exactly.
It's just two motherfuckers, two big motherfuckers fighting.
Well, you said championship, right? That PBC fight card, that one has 3 belts on the line, bro. If you think about it. I mean, that was not. I mean, fuck. It's a good card, but it's not no $80 shit. Fuck that.
And you're talking
about
well,
that's PBC's standard price. They always charge for 80, like always. They never goes down.
At least they have that. I'm not saying that this pay-per-view was because of that. If you're gonna make a pay-per-view, at least you have to have a championship fight in the main event.
Yeah. Correct. And Parker Worley is not. And you said, let me see, because on the PBC card you got Laura Yanni Beck. The main event ain't title fight. But what else? Is there any other title fights on there?
You have the unification. The unification on middleweight is good.
Yeah, with Laura Yanni Beck. Yeah, is that the only one? Like the only championship fight? Or
no, there is other one.
It's gonna be Shockey Foster and Fulton.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that one too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, not gonna lie, that's bad. I'd buy that. I mean, but price is still a little steep though. So, like, I'd pay like probably 50 or 60 for that. So,
it's bad. It's bad. The price is too high. But this Wildley versus Parker shit is even worse. That's what I'm saying.
Agreed. Because I looked at the other card, like I don't even know who all these dudes are on the other card. I never heard of them.
Yeah, that PBC card. If I pay 40, like, all right, I'm straight. 45, like, nah, fuck that. Some of it.
No, but because they're heavyweights, and they're heavyweights. They punch hard. They might be a knockout, but Parker is not pay-per-view. Wardley is not pay-per-view. You punch motherfuckers, just spark motherfuckers. Yeah, that's good. You are not pay-per-view yet.
Like how are they gonna charge us Americans for some UK fighters? Like, yo, what the fuck?
Fuck you and you in your country.
Yeah, man.
Because that's what they're telling you. You don't have a top rank to rely on. You don't have an ESPN. You don't have Showtime anymore. You don't have an Amazon. You are lost your. They're not your promotional companies. They're not about the USA, but most of the fighters, the most well-known fighters, are from there. And those guys are out of the business. So now the Sun is telling you, fuck you. You're going to pay.
Fucking Frank, man.
Frank
Wizard. God damn.
Oh, bastard.
Yeah, little does he know I got the fire stick locked and loaded, bro. Ready. That shit, fuck.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, I might have to stream some of Turkey shit too, cause the zone y'all bullshitting.
Not like I heard. So is the November card that he's doing is that pay-per-view now?
Yeah, it basically is. If you don't subscribe to the premium, whatever the fuck, and we still don't know what that's gonna cost, it's basically a pay-per-view. If you just wanted to watch it, but you didn't want to subscribe to whatever this premium shit is, it would basically still be a pay-per-view.
So is he still charging for premium members, like who already a member of the yearly plan? Is it free then? Or
no.
It's bullshit. I thought that's what he said. He said it was gonna be free.
Bro, it's like really, it's bullshit. If you paying $225 like I am for the annual, bro, why the fuck I gotta pay for some other shit too? I should get that on the strength.
He said it was so that was a lie. Then that was all bullshit. So is he gonna charge for the Louis card in December too, as well? Is he gonna charge for that card in December as well? Or
I mean, we don't know yet because we don't know if that's going to be a pay-per-view, to be honest, because he's putting that on and he wants people to subscribe to whatever this, I don't know, premium. I don't even know what it's called, but basically it looks like if you don't subscribe to that shit, it's gonna be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm subscribing to the premium Fire Stick. You know what I'm saying? $3.99.
Premium VPN, bro.
Shit.
Premium VPN. They bugging, bro.
Yeah, I got the Fire Stick cocked back, ready to go, bro.
Fire Stick boys outside, bro. They outside. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a good look, man. You telling us it's going to be free, then you turn around and it's going to be pay per view anyway.
Yo,
they lied, bro. They lied. It's it was an outright lie when they said they was moving away from pay per view. No, y'all not. Y'all doing more of them shits. You're doing more of them shits, bruh. You know. So look, on that note, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep, man. I'm fucking tired.
All right, man. Y'all suck it slow.
See ya.
Happy New Year, fellas.
No, fuck you.